infrastructure is crumbling this evening as the Nintenbyte Podcast continues its unprecedented rise. In cities across the globe, fans are rioting. The Pentagon has issued a statement describing the Nintenbyte Podcast network as a pixel-based prophecy. Some say the rise was foretold, others say it's just a really good podcast. We're talking twisted nipples, milk, and a sock puppet who doesn't talk.
It's dangerous to go alone. Watch this.
Welcome to the Nintenbyte Podcast, bitch.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the greatest Nintendo podcast ever! Yeah!
Is that a Joy-Con in your pants, or are you just happy to see us?
Shut up! Now feel the power. Everyone, do you feel that?
Oh my god, I feel it!
I feel it too, GameBird. What is it?
It's the power of our podcast.
I feel it!
This is rad, Nintenbyte.
So rad.
Power. Now bask in their glory.
I'm Nintendo Brian. Oh baby.
I'm ThunderStash.
I'm GameBird Classic.
Nintenbyte rules.
Let's rock.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Nintenbyte Podcast, Season 3, Episode 8. We got a jam-packed show for you today. You might notice we're missing a certain silent but deadly, the Spice Lord, Eric Mohr. He's checking out today. He's got a thing called a job. I don't know what's wrong with him. He should just be podcasting full-time or something. Anyways, he'll be back next week as far as I'm aware. Otherwise, we got a jam-packed panel here, and we got a lot to talk about. So let's go around the room quick, introduce ourselves. Let's start at the bottom right with Mr. Robot Joe.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
Guys, I'm Mr. Robot Joe. I do pretty much what everybody else does as well. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah. I don't even know what to call this guy anymore. He's calling himself Daddy today.
Right.
If you want to get bricked up, you talk to this guy. How's it going, Jake?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Couple things. First of all, I noticed the intro said that you hate bananas, which seems very contradictory to today's main topic. I'm a little confused. And also, I just wanted to personally call out Brian Brooks in the chat and just ask him a question of what he meant by, I can usually get a full release before the intro ends. So, anyone wants to @ Brian Brooks for me?
Thought I was the only one.
That's all for me.
I would like to know the answer to that question.
I read that chat too, and I was curious
missed
as
that
well.
one, and now I'm kind of regretting that I missed it. I better go back and look. We have SaiyaRan on. How's it going, man?
Oh God, I don't know how to top that. Hey, how you doing? I'm SaiyaRan. I talk about games. I play games, all games, not just Nintendo games. I'm playing Wu-Chang tomorrow. I'm gonna play a Souls-like. I'm gonna cry. It's gonna be fun.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. We have the man who was bragging about having the biggest head on our thumbnail.
It's a
Nintentalk.
fact. It's a fact, you know. Sex sells. How's it going, everyone? Nintentalk here. Yeah, excited to be here.
Okay. Well, I look, this lineup is clearly a lineup meant to get everyone bricked up. That's the whole point of all these guests. So just call this the Bricked Up Podcast.
Dude, speaking of bricked up, can we watch the Game Boy, the trailer they released?
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Because it's literally like your intro, except they say it's powered with brick power, and it's
Yeah.
and then it says adults welcome, and it might be my favorite thing ever.
It's also 18 plus.
Dude, hell yeah. Actually, I'm not a big fan of that one. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe is Lego going to get mad? Sometimes they get mad when you
I don't think so.
For an ad? For like a straight up ad?
It's like
Yeah,
30 seconds.
I put a trailer for one of their like this announcement for the Zelda one, not the one that leaked. I put the actual like.
Oh, not worth it then. People can watch it.
Oh, really?
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they got mad at me about it. And
I'm
Like an image or
I'm
something.
not doing this as a joke, but I have milk and I really want to drink it. So I've been regretting reaching for it on camera, but I just wanted to clear it up.
Okay. Well, I guess that's
man.
clear now. All right. The Stash Man's here.
What's up, everybody? Busy week as always. A lot of video games to play. WWE came out today.
It looks great, dude.
Yes.
Who cares? Mario Party's coming out tomorrow. Who cares about
Yeah,
WWE?
Mario Party tomorrow. That'll be fun.
Mm.
But yeah, my biggest takeaway with WWE though was how good it looks and how good the performance looks. Very nice. Good to see. But yeah, busy week. Lots going on as always. Happy to be here.
Awesome. Then we got GameBird Classic.
What is up? Happy to be here. It's another Wednesday. Ready to gaze into the power, talk some Nintendo, maybe drink some milk. I know Daddy's already got me beat to that one, but yeah, just happy to be here.
Awesome. And then you guys know what's up. I'm Nintendo Prime, your daily clickbaiter. Let's go ahead and jump into our topic roulette. Just
Daily
a couple
baiter, my man.
It is every day I gotta bait them in. Let's go ahead. I don't know.
It's a
if I-
click.
That's gonna
Misheard
be.
you.
Yeah. Wait. Whoops. All right. Let's go ahead and let's have ThunderStash go first. Which one of the two topics you want, man?
I will take Pokemon Presents.
All right. Cool. We'll get that one out of the way. Fun. That GameBird that leaves you with the Bananza.
Yeah.
The actual good topic.
Right.
Bananas.
And then I'll take the bonus third topic if we end up needing it. I don't know. We started late tonight, so we probably won't. But hey, let's go ahead then and get to our first topic. Stash Man, what the hell are we talking about?
Yeah. So yesterday was the Pokemon Presents, and it was interesting. I don't know what right. Obviously, it's good to go into these things with proper expectations, realistic, I guess, expectations. I went into it. Yeah. I went into it thinking, okay, we're going to get another look at ZA. And that's all I really was needing to see. Right. Yeah. And I figured the rest of it was going to be stuff that doesn't exactly apply to what I'm interested in. Now, I don't know if that's how you guys feel, but we got to see Legends. We got to see Pokemon Friends, which is a new game that you can play on Switch 2, obviously, and also iOS and Android. And you basically solve puzzles to create plush toys. And then you can use those toys to decorate your room and complete Friend Quest. So that was it. That was interesting. You had the Pokemon Tales, the misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu. And it's a stop motion animated series by Aardman coming in 2027. Then you had the Pokemon Concierge. New episodes are coming to Netflix on September 4th. You had a little update on the Pokemon trading card game, Mega Evolution expansion. Coming September,
but not Pocket.
26th.
They didn't talk about Pocket. I want to be angry about that. Collectively, we should all be angry about that because Pocket is fun, and they didn't talk about it, and that's rude.
I thought they would definitely for sure slip that in somewhere.
They made like $1 billion off of it in the last 6 months and didn't talk about it at all. Crazy.
Interesting.
Oh man, I'm so
that sounds like the Pokemon company.
Yeah, it does. There's a new set coming out like a week from today that's been leaked, so we're getting new information. But like, why didn't you talk about it? Well,
here's my theory with the Pokemon Presents. Since you say that, is like Pokemon's such a big franchise, like IP. They make 1 billion things for it, right? And 99% of them people aren't interested in. But like Pokemon Presents is there to let you know about all that stuff that no one really cares about. And because that's the only time we're going to get eyes on it. So stuff that people care about, like Pokemon Pocket, like they know they can just put a Twitter post out and it'll get all the views it needs, and that's going to do fine. They kind of like try to hype up Presents as like it's going to have all this cool stuff, but really it's there to sell the stuff that no one really knows about, and then put in 2 minutes of a game that's upcoming, but we already all know about it at the very end. You know what I mean?
Nope, that's dead on.
Yeah,
completely agree. We tuned in to see an update on Legends, and we sat through everything else.
I think there's only been one Pokemon Presents where I was like, I walked away like, hell yeah. And that was when we first saw Legends Arceus, because there was no Pokemon game like that before. We had never had full open world type exploration Pokemon game. Obviously, you had your open zones in Sword and Shield. Other than that announcement, I can't think of a single Pokemon Presents where I was just walked away like, holy shit, that was the show. You know, there's good announcements sometimes, and
that's the thing is, even when there's good announcements, there's just, it feels like it goes on and on with the stuff you don't care about. So even if there's like good
a
stuff
lot of it,
your overall
spend a lot of time on iOS.
Yeah, you're always just waiting for the last announcement.
Yeah,
a lot of
even
it's go ahead, man.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, even with next month being Pokemon Worlds, we're gonna get the same thing because they're gonna do the same. That's what they did last year. Last year in Hawaii. We were sitting in the audience and we were like, this is gonna be great. We're gonna see some cool stuff. And it was like, hey, it's gonna be Anaheim next year, and then San Diego, wherever it's supposed to be. And we're like, okay. And then like Pokemon Pocket's coming out October 31st. All right, cool. And then after that, I think it was like maybe one other announcement. We're like, oh, okay. But that's how Pokemon Worlds is gonna be. But I don't know why they do that with their announcement. That kind of, it takes the fun out of it. Because I had my predictions. I knew we were gonna see Megas. Mega Dragonite is ugly. I wanted to see more TCG Pocket.
Dragonite.
Yeah, Dragonite. Dragonite's ugly as hell.
Can we keep it real? Yeah, the design is horrible.
In the chat about whether people like or dislike Mega Dragonite. And what are they gonna? You know how everyone that holds a Mega Evolve holds a stone that ends in "ite," like a Garchompite.
It's gonna be Mega Dragonite.
Dragonite-ite.
Yeah. Yes. I swear to God, it's gonna be with a hyphen, just Dragonite-ite, and that's it.
That would actually be kind of hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think we'd see any more Switch 2 Pokemon games. People were talking about Gen 10. I was like, no, I think they actually want to push out. I think Scarlet and Violet showed them that they probably need to extend that dev cycle. I did want to see stuff on NSO, but
I've seen somebody make a great point, especially with all of us. We've grown up with it since forever. They said that mobile Pokemon games killed the Pokemon spinoffs. And I think I was like, oh my God, they're right. Ever since the Game Boy Advance, whatever, Mystery Dungeon.
Here's what's weird about this, because I was expecting this, and I'm glad the trading card Pocket was or is it Pocket or Go? I forget. Is it Pocket? TCG Pocket?
Yeah,
Pocket. Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned Pocket earlier, because we saw it in this presentation, parity between the iOS games and Switch. We're getting that with Pokemon Champions, Pokemon Friends. Why don't we have Pocket on Switch?
It literally thought that when it came out. I said, is this going to come to Switch? Because that would be great to have a Pocket or a card game for Pokemon on the Switch. Turn it sideways if you want to, touch controls if you want. That'd be great.
I think it's easier to get people to spend a lot more in microtransactions when it's on their phone.
Yeah, it's
factual, because it is gotcha.
Sure,
but Friends is just DLC. It's a flat for eShop, and then DLC is like $25, something like that,
which is crazy.
Yeah, so there's two DLC packs, right?
Unconsciously dumping money into Pocket.
Yeah.
And how much was the DLC? Was it 20?
I think it's like $25
or 29.
Like 25 altogether if you get
for Friends.
For Friends, yeah. But see, Friends could be a Pokemon Troze. You remember Troze on the DS and Game Boy? I think it's Game Boy too.
Yeah,
that's what Friends could be, and I expected that level of like challenge or like appeal. But you're right. Maybe the mobile games did kill Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, they started making money off of it like that, and the gacha mechanics, and
You know,
It's a thing
now
of
that
the
you
past.
say that, you're making me realize that that's kind of true with all video games. Like there's
Oh,
so
yeah.
many mobile games made today that are stopping franchises from making like those side games.
Right.
And that's kind of sad.
It's really sad. Yeah, when I seen that, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whoa, not all Pokemon is trash. Just the Pokemon Presents. Let's relax.
So
Relax,
just
Janky
to clarify, the Pokemon Friends DLC is $9.99,
Okay.
and
For
not the
all 3
DLC.
packs?
The game is
let me
Game,
clarify.
the game. Okay.
The base game is $9.99.
Yeah.
You can buy individually Puzzle Pack 1 for $14.99 and Pack 2 for $14.99, or you can buy them bundled together and save $4. You can get it for $25.99.
Yeah. I played a little bit of it. It's fine. It's very easy, like
Very easy.
very easy. And
that's
it
what I
looked
took from
geared
it.
towards
Yeah.
the younger audience. I thought from the
and it has that Pokemon
Yeah.
like gotcha mechanic where it's like you're collecting the plushes, but there's rare plushes that you can get. The DLCs do add quite a bit of content, though. I think between the 2 DLCs, there's like 10 mini games, 80 plushes that they add. So it's a decent amount of content, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. Is that really what we want?
I threw it on my kid's iPad. I played like 2 puzzles, and I just threw it on my kid's iPad and said, "Hey, here you go. Here's a new puzzle game." Because I want him in some puzzle games.
Yeah, I think it's good for kids, and I think with the Pokemon Presents, they did a good job illustrating, right? That it's for kids. It showed a kid playing it.
Yeah.
With the mom hovering over the kid watching them. Pokemon Champions. That was the other thing that was announced.
I love that it's going to be a flat, like it's not going to be a free to play game. It's going to be a paid game. I love that. That is great. You can't buy, I don't know if you guys pay attention to competitive, but you can't buy points you need to change the stats for different mons. You can't buy any. So that stuff was a grind on the actual games, and having Champions simplify that process, just like Showdown does, but Showdown's free. It's on a browser. But having an official Pokemon game and you don't have to pay for that, that's huge, because I thought it was going to be microtransactions if you want to change certain stats and stuff like that. But yeah, that's
why
crazy.
didn't they just make a new Pokemon Stadium?
That's what I thought about.
Because Pokemon Stadium would be more of a game.
Yeah.
Than this. This is an iPhone game that
add home integration.
All the modern Pokemon games kind of have Pokemon Stadium built in with the online battle.
Yeah.
It's just, they just don't have the mini games, which is the best part.
Well, that's what Pokemon Friends is. So go crazy.
And this is for Switch 2.
The same as like the Pokemon Stadium mini games.
This is for Switch 2, Switch 1, iOS, and Android. So I feel like this is a way to have not so much a rebranding, but a separate brand that can cater to both Switch and mobile phone users together. Whereas Pokemon Stadium is literally for Nintendo consoles.
I think also they wanted a simplified platform for competitive. Competitive exploded. I think they announced in the presents that on Sunday I'm going to Pokemon Worlds next month, but on Sunday we're going to be in an actual stadium because there's just going to be that many people that.
They did say yeah.
So I think this is going to be a way for them to simplify that process, because like even at games or at events, there will be people on a Nintendo Switch 1 and Switch 2. It'll disconnect. I was in New Orleans for a regional, and there was disconnects happening all the time, and that happens. That's just a part of the game. But I think they wanted this new platform to simplify it going forward, and they can just add whatever they want to it. It's not that you can't compete because you don't have a Nintendo Switch 3 20 years now, however long it's going to take them. If you have a phone, you can play the game, and it doesn't matter which Switch you're on or what version of what game you have. You can import. You can unlock mons, but they did say it's going to have home integration, send your mons over, things like that. But I think that this is just for competitive in that way. And of course, if you are someone who just casually likes Pokemon battles, you can just do it.
How sick was New Orleans?
I love NOLA. I drove. I'm 4 hours from it. I live in Alabama, so I just drove New Orleans. I love New Orleans. It is.
I love it too.
It's a great
it's a
time.
sick city.
The first time I went, the second time I went, first time I was in college. Second time I went, I got very, very drunk. I woke up and I was like, why am I naked? It was great.
You said you were naked?
I woke up naked in my Airbnb bathroom on the floor.
Oh, okay. That's probably the best place to wake up naked.
With beads around them.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, I don't know. Like, go ahead, Stash.
No, You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, it's interesting. Jake, I think you made a good point about how Pokemon Company uses these presents to show off their smaller stuff, their mini game collections and their iOS games and their new show announcements or DLC for really old games. But I still feel like there should be that one more thing draw, because despite the fact that history has shown time and time again that that's what these presents usually have to offer, people are tuning in for the next big Pokemon, announcement.
Yeah.
I feel like most people are.
Yeah.
And
I
like
agree.
my big question is, where's Let's Go? Like, why don't we have a Let's Go Gold and
It's
Silver?
literally one
Not
of my
that it
favorite
needs to be
Pokemon
that.
games ever. I love Let's
It's
Go
been
Pikachu
one of
Eevee.
it's been one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best modern Pokemon games. It
Yeah.
was
It's a little
trip down
easier,
memory
but
lane.
it's just so solid.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed
You
it
enjoy
more
it 'cause
than
it's
Sword and
pretty.
Shield, personally.
You
It
enjoy it
looked
because it's
pre- yeah,
pretty. It's not
it's
good.
pretty.
I don't think it's
Hey,
that
It's
good.
I think it's more nostalgic for me. I just
It's
I-
nostalgic, but I also think it's a great entry level. Like, I was able to get
I got my
youngest
oldest
son
daughter to
into
play
that
it.
game, and that was his gateway. He loved it. He became addicted, and it's like, what's the Pokemon after this that I could play? But it was fun. It is pretty. It is nostalgic, but it also brought it brought the mechanic of being able to see Pokemon out in the wild instead of the random battles. This would be a fun way to revisit Gold and Silver while
off
they're
the top-
working on
I was gonna say, off the top of any of your heads, do you guys know how much it sold?
over
Let's Go.
15 million.
Like
so that
16 like that.
that should be enough right there to incentivize revisiting that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't you guys
It's
feel like everything is coming next year since it's the 30th anniversary? And since we already
I
have
don't know,
Legends,
I feel
I feel like we get let down.
I
on
don't,
anniversaries.
but yeah, let's
but we
talk
already
about
have
Mario.
Legends, like they kind of did I wouldn't say a soft relaunch, but they fixed up Scarlet and Violet for Switch 2 owners. And we have Legends AZ coming out. So looking at next year, I feel
Probably
like
get a
we have
special
enough
edition.
right now to where at the next presents, that's when you can announce it, or the next direct.
Yeah, I think it gets announced in a direct, or if something like that. I think it. I know this doesn't make sense, but in my mind, it kind of does. It's like I think the Pokemon Company looks at Pokemon Presents, like that's the Pokemon fans, Pokemon community, and then Nintendo Direct is more like the gamer aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching a Presents, that doesn't mean you have a Switch or a Switch 2, but if you're watching a Direct, there's a good chance that you have a Switch or a Switch 2. So to announce some game stuff there, I don't know.
Don't they usually reserve their biggest announcements for the presents? Like, when was the last time like a mainline Pokemon got announced in a direct?
Was it Brilliant Diamond remakes?
No, I think
was in a direct?
BDSP was announced in the Pokemon Presents.
direct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was a Presents
all
because
are.
it was that and Arceus at the same time, and that's why I was like, "What the heck just happened?"
Yeah,
Did we
yeah,
just
yeah.
come back.
They tend to do it. Don't they tend to do it more on Pokemon Day and not Pokemon Presents?
Or
Like in
Pokemon
January?
Day?
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it's Pokemon Day.
Yeah, I think
No, I think
what
it's
it
still Presents. I think specifically
Yeah, but it's
that one. They
that
tend
one
to
at the
throw it
beginning of
in
the
more
year.
of a-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
just
agree
feel
with
like
February
games-
one, yeah, that one's huge.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, like they need to change it up because now everyone is getting privy to the fact that they're just loading it with garbage. Everyone knows
Yeah.
to watch the last 2 minutes. If they want people to really be tuned in, they gotta revamp it a little bit.
Yeah, I think this was
Yeah.
the first time I've seen everybody online like before it happened, like, dude, this thing is gonna suck. Opposed to everybody like, oh, what are we gonna see? And everybody at this time was like,
Did you
what are we doing here?
Did you see Beat 'em Ups tweeted the other day? It was like, all right, enough time has passed, and it was like a
Here's
picture
a brick
of a
wall.
guy staring at a blank wall, and it was like greater than, and then it was like
Yeah.
events.
Yeah.
I do
Yes.
agree with GameBird that they need to switch the formula up for the Pokemon Presents. They need to do one last announcement.
Right.
You have to incentivize
Absolutely.
people to watch it. Like, because as of
That
right
was-
now, what
Mega Dragonite was the one last thing.
That is not an ugly ass
That is
Dragonite.
horrible.
like I'm saying, like the
thing.
host
telling you what it is.
literally needs to say, we have one more thing, and it needs to be bigger. Like they need to make
Yeah.
it a bigger thing because right
They-
now it is an email.
The host doesn't
Yeah,
look like it wants to be there.
Yeah.
I walked away. Granted, we have a new Pokemon game on the horizon, guys. We got a Legends game. It looks fun, you know. I've got my own gripes with not the visual fidelity. I've got my own gripes with like the art style that Pokemon Company consistently uses. Just being bland and uninspired. I would love to see them. Doesn't have to be photorealistic. I would never want that in Pokemon, but I'd love to see something a little bit more inspired from.
Good, because you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Unless Bandai does it.
But I can't help but feel like where's Let's Go or dude, Black and White remake. Come on,
those have been rumored for a while.
That's like my favorite. That's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, mainline Pokemon game. I'm waiting for a remake of that. Even if they ended with an acknowledgement of the next mainline game, they don't have to show a title or anything. Hey, we know you're all patiently awaiting the next mainline Pokemon game. We're not ready to share anything yet,
but we're working hard or something.
This is Nintendo's like new strategy. Well, it's not necessarily new, but the last few years is they only focus on their big game for the next quarter. And they hold everything else back. And then when they're done promoting that, then they'll go to the next thing. And that's why
Pokemon Company operates a little bit differently because even ZA was teased. It was that weird CG trailer with like looked like like energies going through like the wire.
Right. And now that they've announced that one, they don't want to do the next big one past that. And I personally think they've been working on Black and White for a long time. And the reason that we skipped the order, right, and went to Kalos is because that game wasn't ready yet. And ZA was going to be ready faster. So I think they were going to go with the right order. But I think that game is just getting a lot more work, which is just not a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I'm glad Ilka isn't doing it because I think they're working on some other projects. So I'm glad they're not doing it because I can't touch games anymore. They can't touch my games. Stay away from my Pokemon games.
So wait, hypothetical question for you guys, since we're on Black and White for a second. Do you guys think if or when they remake Black and White, are they doing Black and White 1 and 2 combo, or is it just Black and White?
I think it's going to be just one big story. Like
I think it's going to be. All right, let me put on my pessimist hat because I love Pokemon. I mean, hello.
Right.
I'm going to Pokemon Worlds. I'm spending money to go. I live in Alabama. I'm going to California next month. I promise you guys. But let me put on my pessimist hat. They're going to remake 1 and give you the Pokedex from 2. That's what's going to happen. They're going to remake Black and White and then give you the Pokedex from Black 2 and White 2. And then you're going to, and that's it. That's it. Because they're going to be like, well, people care more about the story. The only reason I really like Black 2 and White 2 was because of the Pokedex.
Story.
Let's just combine them.
Yeah.
I think they at least add some kind of like third story thing. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's not like a full game worth, but like something extra.
Yeah.
What do you think they call
it?
it?
They did that with Alpha Sapphire, right? Omega Ruby.
Yeah.
They added in the.
That is some Emerald stuff, but they didn't add the Battle Frontier, right?
Nope.
Like the thing that people really like. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But that Battle Frontier wasn't in Ruby or Sapphire. It was only in
Emerald.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you think they would go like the 3D from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, or the 2D from Diamond and Pearl remakes, like that art style?
Dude, probably going to be like something in between.
The sad thing about that is that it likely will not look as pretty as the pixel art from Black and White. That looks fantastic.
Yeah,
it's fantastic pixel art.
It's timeless. It's timeless. Yeah.
I think that they think pixel art can't sell, but it can when you're Pokemon. So.
The Diamond and Pearl, I liked that they at least tried to stop being 3D about everything and like try to give us that 2D back.
Yeah, I agreed. And
I would like it if they were doing mainline 2D stuff. Honestly,
what was
not the way Ilka went about it? Because that
the big pushback was that it was just exactly they didn't add anything new with it. Diamond and Pearl.
Well, it was missing content.
It was missing content from Platinum, the good
right.
stuff that Platinum fixed a lot of
doing
what
the remakes of the original versions and not the third version. Like I get they want to.
I'm telling you.
But still base it on the best version, you know?
Right.
You can call it Diamond and Pearl, but just base it on Platinum anyways. You can split up the decks, whatever, but that's just doesn't make sense to me.
Sure.
But that's the last generation to have a third game, so that's why.
Is it really? Yeah.
There's hope. It's hope for because I mean, what is it?
Yeah.
It was
Black 2
2
and White 2 were like them doing a dual third game to again sell more copies. But yeah.
I don't know what X and Y's third version was. Was that Omega Ruby Alpha? I don't know.
That's going to be ZA.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, yes. That's the storyline. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're gonna pick the worst route possible that pisses everybody off, and they're gonna be like, "You're gonna buy anyway." So, and I am.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, no, I'm happy to be doing it. I love Pokemon, man.
Well, let me jump in real quick to some of the new details that dropped for Legend ZA, since that is primarily, I think, what a lot of us are excited about. So, as detailed on Nintendo's website, so during the day, trainers can explore the vibrant city, find Pokemon in wild zones, where they may encounter strong wild Pokemon known as alpha Pokemon. They're larger than their regular counterparts, have glowing red eyes, and are particularly powerful and difficult to catch. The interesting part is the night scene, right? At night, players can compete in the ZA Royale and aim to climb the ranks, with battles against even more powerful trainers awaiting as the player advances. So what did you guys think about this day and night cycle and how you can only do this Royale at night? Do we have any input on that? What kind of cycle this would be? How long it might last, the day and night?
I got a follow-up question to that for everybody on the panel too. The battle system, we can get to it later, but I do want to just acknowledge the battle system so we can talk about that. But for the day and night cycle, is what it is. I like Legends Arceus where it just like flowed through. And maybe it'll do the same. It may be a distinct nighttime switch, or maybe like a cutscene like in Breath of the Wild or whatever. I don't know. I like that there are things you can do at night that are different from the day, because in Arceus you could only just catch certain Pokemon at night or certain Pokemon during the day. But this is like, hey, there's a whole other storyline. So hopefully they do something with the daytime, because we now know that the nighttime is where everything kicks off. There's battles. There's alpha Pokemon.
That's where you do your rank from like Z to A only at night.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So during the day, hopefully give me the story, sure, but if you're not going to voice act it, don't give me too much story. But give me the story, and then also give me something else to do during the day, and I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think in the day they're going to have you doing all the little side quests and the all the thing they were showing in this last presentation, but I don't know yet.
I'm curious how long it will last.
If a Pokemon game is taking place in a city, you have to be able to play at night. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was really necessary. So
yeah,
I'm happy to see it.
That's my only real concern so far, is that it just all takes place in one city.
Yeah,
I'm
not sold on the city yet, so it's nice that there's exclusive things to do for the time of day.
Yeah.
My concern with obviously, I'm on board with everyone so far. I think the fact that things change in the city depending on the time of day is always a good thing. I think that adds to the immersion. It changes up gameplay as a night and day shift, which is really cool. My concern with it is the mechanic is obviously a battle royale. How long do the night cycles last? Are you like on a timer? Like if you're doing well and winning, but you're taking a while, is it daytime? You know, maybe you got to the 60th or 70th rank, but now it's daytime, and like, I was kicking out, I was winning everything, but I just didn't make it in time.
Or Metaphor Refantasio, you know, like, are we on that kind of cycle?
I think it's going to be a limit of how many battles you can do in a time.
Yeah,
like the first nighttime is going to be one battle. Yeah, something like that.
That'd be nice.
And you have to, as you grow in rank, you're allowed to do more battles because you've proven that you're strong enough. You have the stamina, or whatever.
Yeah,
you can go more rounds.
Whenever you lose a battle, it just immediately switches to daytime or something like that.
The other thing that can make it all right is if there's an equally compelling thing to do during the day too, that you're also really looking forward to and waiting for. That would also balance it out pretty well.
It would.
Yeah.
My worry is the repetitiveness. Like, how long is the staying power for this
Pokemon?
It seems like this is a very core mode of the game. So I'm just curious, the staying power. Like I'm excited for ZA. I do think the new combat system looks interesting. I think it's cool that there's a populated city. I do have reservations about being stuck in the city, but having a more populated and lived-in city is an appealing thing to have. At the same time, everyone really, for the most part, really enjoyed the first Legends game. And in a lot of ways, for me, I want to make I want to make a correlation to Breath of the Wild while also not talking down on that game, because in a lot of ways, I feel like Legends Arceus and Breath of the Wild are kind of proof of concepts, even though Breath of the Wild, it's obviously much more than a proof of concept. But Tears of the Kingdom took that proof of concept that worked really well and built something much more dense and feature rich than what we had before. I was kind of hoping for that with Legends, but they're really reinventing it again with this game. I felt like one thing that would have made Legends Arceus a much better experience was the inclusion of gems, which didn't exist in that point in the lore. Do we have gyms in this game, or is this nighttime battle royale the substitute? And if so, again, at the staying power, like, I don't know how much I like that change. I won't know till I play. I might love it and be like, this is badass. I love this. I hope we see more of this going forward. It's just hard to say right now. I do have a little bit of reservations about it. If it feels repetitive, I feel like, I don't know. Like, I love, again, we were talking about trading card game Pocket. I love it. I played the shit out of it. Now it's like I'll hop in every once in a blue moon. When it was new, I was obsessed. But now it's like, you know, sometimes I don't think about it for a couple weeks, and then I'll jump in.
I honestly, I think that ZA is going to be much more like Arceus than people realize. And
sure,
I think that the reason we haven't seen too much of the city is because it is going to be almost identical in that you unlock bigger portions, which were the zones in Arceus.
Sure.
And I think the reason we haven't seen a lot of it is Nintendo's trying to show what's different about it, what is new about it. You know, but I expect like boss battles with like mega Pokemon, you know, instead of just the alpha ones from before. But I think I think they know people like that game. And this is a studio that doesn't really, you know, change things all the time. So I think they are definitely going to keep the things that people liked. And I think they've just made those changes, like what you said, GameBird, like to try to add gyms, because that was one criticism. Because in a weird way, they do listen. Yeah. Like a lot of the changes with Scarlet and Violet were things that people said they wanted. You know?
I think the game was great. Just the quality was whatever.
It was
ass.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but they listened. They really did.
I had fun with it while it was broken. Like I enjoyed it all the way through. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, because the battle system in ZA is like so much better than Arceus. At least it looks like
it. Looks cool.
Yeah. Like Xenoblade almost. Like,
I think what was really cool about Arceus, when you come to the fan base and we talk about battles, is that in Arceus, remember, like there was no you go, I go, you go, I go. If you were faster, you can go 2, maybe even 3 times in a row. And just that change was something I think they hit that to like maybe the last trailer, and people were like, whoa, when they did a combat trailer. So the fact that I already have this new piece of battle system where there is no accuracy, you just need to point your move and run around and dodge and everything, like that in itself is super cool. And I think that people are going to really be hooked on that. If you're someone who plays those types of RPGs, you're going to find faults in it because it's Pokemon's first time trying it. But if you're a Pokemon fan, it's your first time playing one of these games, you're going to be like, oh, wow, this is a really cool battle system.
Comparing it to the show or whatever,
I also think that when it comes to gyms, you don't like gyms, you like really tough battles. And we already saw that in the trailer from Pokemon Presents of kind of a set of tough battles where you're going up against whatever that guy is with the cool hair and the suit and the Arbok, who's going to be a Mega Arbok. That's just a spoiler. Somebody Mega Arbok. He's right there. But it's not that they want to put gyms for you to prove yourself. They want you to basically have these bigger and more tough fights, because even in Arceus, those battles were tough. Like the last, like fighting one of the guys, Volo, that was a really tough battle. I died several times and I was like, yo, who is this guy? Because there's no abilities. And it was like a regular battle with the agile and strong style. So I think that they're going to do the same thing as far as having that level of difficulty to appeal to people like us who say maybe the mainline Pokemon games at their core is a little bit too easy for us at our age. I think they're going to do that. I think that the battle system is going to surprise a lot of people. And I think that, again, with the world, it's going to be a tighter world, because think of games, think of Spider-Man. I mean, it's not gonna be as big as Spider-Man, but think of Spider-Man. You're in a city, but there's a lot to see and a lot to do. So I think it's something like that.
I think I'm just worried about the scale of the game because in like a Spider-Man, it's so vertical. This game looks very small, especially when GameBird was talking about like Breath of the Wild comparison. Like you have Arceus, and I think a big part of Arceus was just the scale of the game. You could fly across the map. Like there was huge ice things.
Well, they showed a lot of rooftop stuff.
Yeah, they did.
You can float on your Rotom phone. Just
this may be a big reach, but in Arceus, what was it? You had to like catch like 50 Pokemon or 100 Pokemon, or something like that to get to the next zone. This is a huge reach, but I think it might be the same thing in ZA. And what I'm basing it off of is so stupid, but the digital pre-order bonus is 100 Pokeballs, I think.
Yeah,
and normally they give you like potions and this and that and the third, but I feel like them giving you 100 Pokeballs is just basically telling you you're gonna have to catch a bunch of Pokemon in this game, and maybe that's how you progress. I just don't.
Do you think it's unlocked?
I think the stuff that they haven't shown is the stuff that's very similar to Arceus already.
I'm weird about Pokemon games. I've been playing. I got a Game Boy in 2000 when I turned 8, a yellow Game Boy and yellow Pokemon, because I told my aunt for no reason that my favorite color was yellow, and it wasn't even my favorite color. I was just trying to be cool around other kids and said yellow, but I've been playing Pokemon since then. And since then, it's probably not a good thing, but every Pokemon game, I catch like 10 Pokemon and that's it. I get like my 6 that I like and I beat the entire game. Arceus was the first game where I caught as many Pokemon as possible.
And you had to swap them out.
And I enjoyed it though, it kind of forced me to do that. So it was something different.
How do you guys feel about the catch zones?
That's weird. I don't understand it 100%.
So
is that the only place you catch Pokemon?
You can only catch Pokemon in certain catch zones because the rest of the city is for humans to walk around, talk, storyline stuff.
See, that I don't know if I'm a fan of.
I'm not.
Well, to me, it's like the same as the towns in Arceus. Like you couldn't catch Pokemon in the towns, but because it's one city, they just
just one town in the whole world.
The singular town.
I was just
even at the camps, you had to venture away from the camps to go catch more Pokemon. So
you would always come back to the camp, huh?
You always come back to the camp.
Yeah, I haven't played it since the month it came out. Wow.
But I don't know. It could be a problem.
All I remember about Pokemon Legends Arceus was I loved the Pokeballs. They were like so primitive looking.
Yeah, so cool.
They're my favorite Pokeball. They're so
they
cool,
were
little
so
firework
cool.
that shoots out.
Yeah. We'll see. I think
did they show crafting at all? Crafting was a big part of Arceus.
Whoa, that is something I'd never even thought about since Arceus. Yeah, you had to like make Pokeballs and
you had to make everything. Yeah,
they didn't show crafting.
Potions. I could definitely see it though. I feel like they're leaning a little bit more on the RPG side of the. I know it's always an RPG, but it seems more of like a, for lack of better words, like the battling system is Xenoblade style. I didn't understand correctly, so if y'all could fill me in, it's like the attacks have different damage now, or you can level up your attacks or something. Like
different damage,
Pokemon
cooldowns.
Yeah, cooldowns. I seen like it was like Whirlpool is like level something.
Any
down.
added RPG mechanics are a welcome addition to me. I like that a lot. I'll tell you the biggest win from this Pokemon Presents really quick. Biggest win for in the ZA trailer today was that you could put normal clothes on your character. I'm so sick of being stuck in like
the
dumb
student
shorts,
outfits,
like the ugliest shorts ever. I'm like, why? Why do I have to wear these dumb shorts and a bucket hat the whole time?
Dude, Scarlet and Violet outfits were like they were trying to make it like uncool.
Yeah, it's like
not just Scarlet and Violet, but that is a great example.
My God, those are trash. I did like the customization, and even the one character who's a fashion designer, Navina, just like
I like that.
I was like, that's a really interesting outfit. I really liked it, and I think there's some creativity to it. And then, Prime, are you raising your hand because you want us to shut up? Okay, I'm sorry.
Nate, go ahead.
No, I was waiting to get called on. That's all. I haven't said anything about any of this for 45 minutes.
Jump on in. The water's fine.
It's
open mic tonight.
Listening to you guys talk about ZA because I have literally no excitement for this game.
You don't have to.
I loved Arceus. Loved it.
Is it Arceus or Arceus?
It has to be Arceus, and here's my reasoning.
Arceus.
Gold jacket, green jacket.
No, there's
gives a shit?
a reason. There's a reason. Because if it was called Arceus, that means the device you get at the beginning of the game is called the Arse phone. And there's no way Pokemon Company gave the player the Arse phone.
His Arse
You know what
phone.
I mean?
Yeah, no, you're probably right.
That's proper logic.
I'm the worst person for pronouncing things. So also the worst at remembering the ending Ocarina of Time. That's right, self-burn. All right. But no, when I'm talking, look, I want to be excited for this game, but I haven't been since they've shown it off, and I'm still not. Like, I hear you guys talk about a lot of assumptions that all these things are gonna carry over from Arceus. It's cool. I think Pokemon, obviously, they like to keep things that people like, but it's also still just an assumption. All that stuff is there, like is crafting back. They haven't even hinted at it, not even shown a small, tiny hint that it's even in the game. And this is a company who's maybe their least exciting things they ever do are cities, and they haven't shown me any reason to even be excited that we're even in a city in the first place. Like,
to be fair, Prime, I have no assumptions that any of that stuff's returning. Those are things that I'm concerned about. So
yeah, like I worry about the things that might not be returning. The catching zones don't seem nearly as exciting as when we were actually out in the world catching Pokemon. And I still don't know why that decision was made when there's clearly a world all around the city that they could have used for that, and they're just choosing not to. And I want to believe that they can revolutionize. Like, the thing that I was most excited about before they showed us the game was, okay, they're gonna Legends Arceus the actual city, right? The last thing was the world. We're gonna make all these changes to the world and how these mechanics work in the world, and that was cool, and I loved it. Now I'm like, oh, now they're gonna revolutionize the city, and yet I'm sitting here. The game comes out in a handful of months, 3 months from now, less than 3 months actually, and I still don't know what I'm supposed to be excited about this city for. What's the point of the city at this point? I don't even know what the fuck we're doing in it. We're catching Pokemon, and we have our gym battles or whatever the hell they're doing. That's fine. They brought that back. Okay, what are you changing about the city? Because, like, outside of just making it so now we catch Pokemon in the city, what the fuck's the point of this giant city? Like, we open up these new zones, and I get it's going to be like a story thing, and maybe they're hiding a lot of stuff. But I literally, every time they show the city, I don't see them doing anything in the city. Like, there's nothing new happening.
Well, are you supposed to be building the city?
Maybe that was the theory.
We don't know that there's like story. I could see it being a thing where you're doing quests, and as the story progresses, like maybe scaffolding disappears and parts of the city are more complete. But that's not something that's actually been shown.
Confirmed. Yeah, they haven't confirmed any of that.
And that's my other thing is, like, maybe each new zone is just the world until you complete the storyline and build the city in that area.
Mm-hmm.
That could be it. That's being very generous to make that assumption.
Yeah, it's being very generous. Like, they've shown maps of it, like in the game, you can see like times when they're around a table and there's like a map, and it's like, okay, but the city looks like it's done. So, and the weird thing was in Arceus, we actually kind of were building up that town.
Yeah.
Throughout the game. So we already kind of were doing that. So I thought this game would end up being this game that revolutionizes a big city, because it'll be the first time we've really had a truly big city in Pokemon. Or you're going to revolutionize how this all works, and we're going to be there to construct it. And there's going to be like a billion different things to do in each section of the city. And right now, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing in the city for.
I never finished it, but I know some of the characters are the same. Is the story like a continuance of X and Y? I know
it's like way in the future.
Yeah, but it's that same thing.
It's the same universe, just way in the future, from my understanding.
Okay.
I don't know if Pokemon does this, but do you think we see a closer look at this game? Do you think they have a direct for it? Yeah.
I don't think I have a direct. I just think they're going to do
I don't know,
the trailer or something like that.
Oh, like a big overview.
We've had a lot of trailers for this game. Like, we've seen this game a lot.
We've only seen like 3. The first trailer was showing it off. We knew that the second time we saw a trailer where we saw Megas was coming back and they were doing the climb. This trailer we saw Mega Dragonite. We still haven't seen much of the game. I mean,
I need them to explain it to me like I'm 5 years old. I need to.
Buddy, I hate to break it to you.
I mean, without really showing a lot.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. There's a reason for that. It has to be.
But that's my concern. Is like with Arceus, they showed a lot, and that's what the game was. And they showed a lot, and we're making assumptions about everything else. And I'm really concerned that what they showed is just what the game is, and that nothing they've shown makes me excited besides the new battle mechanics.
But they
Everything
haven't.
else looks worse.
But the thing is, they haven't shown what the game is. Like, we have no idea what
that's
you know what
the
I
thing.
mean?
What if that
So
is what
like,
the game?
it could be really bad or it could be good, but like they just haven't shown it at all. So no matter what it is, they haven't shown what the game is.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's selling 15 million. So well, who cares?
What do you mean? They explain who the bad guys are doing, what they're doing. That's obviously what we're stopping. That's
part of the story. That's why we don't know that.
You know,
About bad guys and why they don't like us. So that whole thing.
I think it's safe to assume, though, that a lot of these features are coming back simply because it's in the Legend. This is a new series now. Like, I feel like a Legends game has a certain level of expectation now.
Yeah,
So,
it's a mega series.
Well, I mean,
but here's the thing again.
They
it's
like
not,
to recycle stuff.
It's
They
not.
wouldn't
They're not
get rid
building
of the
on
majority of what people liked about the first game.
From what we've seen, it doesn't look like they're building off of what we know and love with Arceus. It looks like they're reinventing Legends. To them
I
could
think
be
you're
like
right,
a
based on
new
how they
concept
marketed it.
every time.
And that's why
I think
people
that's
like
what it
me
is too.
are
Just like how
excited.
Final
But
Fantasy
again,
is.
I think they're
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
showcasing the differences.
Maybe, and you might be right, Jake, but it is possible that they might want Legends to be like you just said, like Final Fantasy, where it's something different, it's something new every time you jump into a new Legends game, which is cool. Like there's nothing wrong with that. It could end up being way better than Arceus. We have no idea. That's the big question. Is this a step backward or is this a step forward? Are people going to be saying this blows Arceus out of the water, or are they going to be saying, why toss out what already worked so well when you could have just built upon it and made something even better? That's more dense and feature rich, like that, regardless of whether you think Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom's better. There's no denying that Tears of the Kingdom is more Breath of the Wild, but more dense and feature rich. It just is.
Yeah. It also used the exact same map, albeit with the underground.
Yeah,
but
sure.
You know what I mean? So, but also here's a question I have for everyone. Do we think it's a missed opportunity that there is no special edition Switch 2 console?
Absolutely.
I
wasn't gonna buy it, but still.
But I understand why they're not. It's technically a Switch game.
Yeah,
so it's a special edition Switch 2 console.
Also, it's too close to launch. It's too close. To launch.
I agree about
also
for sure.
They could do Joy-Cons though.
Yeah, they could do a Pro Controller or something.
I think there's a very specific reason why it's not a Switch 2 console edition. Is we don't know what Nintendo's big holiday game is this year. There's no November game. We don't know what the Switch 2 exclusive holiday game is. And that's a great title, whatever it is, whether it's a Luigi's Mansion, whether it's Mario Maker 3 or whatever it could potentially be. I think it would be wise to make the big holiday one a bundle.
I hope they do special edition Metroid grips, like mouse grips.
Oh yeah.
That'd be sick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You're a smart guy. I like this kid.
Nate.
Okay. So to continue my concerns and criticisms, because somebody's got to do it. There really wasn't much going on, and that's fine. I let you guys have your say. I'm trying to explain why I'm not excited here, because it's not just about what they haven't shown and us making assumptions about it. It's also like what they have shown outside of the battles doesn't even look good. And like, think about this. And this is a stupid thing because Pokemon games never look visually pleasing. That's just the way it's been for a long time. But the game only takes place in a city, and pretty much all the buildings are flat textures.
Yeah.
And that's bad. That it makes me feel like
art
I'm not in the
style.
city. I don't
It's an
want
art
to hear
style
art
issue.
style
The art
shit.
style's
There was more
terrible.
textures in the town in Arceus. There was actual depth to the buildings in Arceus on the sides of the buildings. I was actually like thinking I was imagining that. Then I went back and loaded up Arceus. No, sure as shit, that small town with those buildings has more architecture and 3D objects going on with it than this game. That's literally nothing but a city. It literally feels like somebody just basically went into like Unreal Engine. I know that's not what they're using. And they just drop blocks and then put flat textures on. And there you go. There's your game. It just, in a game that's literally just about the city, they can get away with that in something like Scarlet and Violet. But this isn't Scarlet and Violet. And even then, Scarlet and Violet's big city had more going on. I I don't know what they're doing. Like, this game is just about the city. The city itself should feel and look like a city.
Yeah.
Scarlet and Violet, you couldn't even walk in the buildings, but yeah.
Well, we don't even know if we can walk in the buildings in this game either.
You can barely walk in the
You
game
can't.
in Scarlet.
You can at least walk in the hotel. They showed that.
You definitely can't.
To be fair, we don't even know. Like, there could be all these buildings, and half of them we might not be able to go in. And if we are, it could be like
That
the
could
same
be true,
shop
yeah.
on repeat.
That
in
is
each
true.
section.
You can't go in the buildings. I guarantee it. Pokemon games are not about the buildings in the world. They're about the Pokemon. That's what sells the game. I don't give a shit about the window. I can run around my Pokemon and dodge in real time. That is appealing as a Pokemon fan. I don't care about the window. I saw that video. I saw the video you all thinking about.
Care about
Oh,
the
what's
window
the-
either.
Actually,
But
it
I don't care about that.
the window per se. It's about the whole fact that the game is just about a city and it doesn't look like a city.
The game is about Pokemon and Megas are back,
I'll be
which is
right
the
back.
most
I'm
popular
still listening.
concept.
Then get rid of the city and drop us on a flat plane. What's the difference?
You wouldn't pay 60 or 70 for that. I
I'm
have
not
to give
paying
you
60 or
something.
70 for this. I'm not paying it for this.
Look,
I'll
not here to
disagree.
defend Pokemon.
I say
I'm
the
just
world is
saying.
very important.
The
It's
world
not.
building the world building matters though.
It matters, but it's not that important. That's not like when we played Scarlet and Violet, when Pokemon fans were excited about is that Pokemon with the metal coat like Magnemite, like they actually had a sheen to them in Scarlet and Violet. That was exciting to Pokemon fans because Pokemon fans care about Pokemon. They care about characters and things like that. That's why there's returning characters. You got different characters. You got AZ, who's going to be one of the main characters, and he was in the older games. So like you do have people and world building, but that's all through lore. It's not through this building you can walk through. Like that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that the bricks are smushed because I'm gonna be running around with Chikorita. I'm gonna be looking at my feet and running around with Chikorita. I'm not looking up saying, oh look, I'm not doing that. I did that in Tears of the Kingdom. I did that in Breath of the Wild, but this is a Pokemon game. It's a different experience
Why
because
is
it's
there
about
so much detail in the buildings in Scarlet and Violet? They have more detail in those buildings. So why is there
they
so
tried
much
to have
more?
some detail.
I'm not saying the detail is
Listen.
better than this game that's just about a city.
Yeah.
it's about Pokemon.
That's my
About Mega
problem.
Man.
Listen,
City.
I'm-
I know you
I'm
think
so-
it's Pokemon, but it's Pokemon in a city. We're not going anywhere else. This is what I have to look at in the background of my game the entire game.
You're
This
not
is
going to
the
look at that. You're going to be looking at the Pokemon because you need to catch the Pokemon. They're going to be little tiny little dots in your screen, and they're going to be all.
Yep.
That's what you're basically going to do.
If I'm in the zone, there's limited zones in the city. What am I doing outside the zones?
There's stuff to do in the city. We don't know that yet. We don't know what exactly it is.
Listen,
I think world building's important.
listen, I'm somewhere in the middle between both of you guys. It's and I probably, if I had to guess, I don't know for sure, but if I had to guess, of all the hosts on the podcast, maybe I care the least about graphics. I have no idea. It's very low on the totem pole for me with most games. I do care about art style though. Like honestly, I think like I'd love for them to just make a cell shaded. You know, I'd love to see what like a level 5 studios Pokemon game looks like. Just like, you know, just something cell shading. I do agree. I think it adds to the immersion. Yes, the Pokemon are the star of the show. There's no doubt that is the most important part to get right. But to have like a charming and whimsical Pokemon world that you're also running around in with your Pokemon, I think does add to the experience. I think it's something that regardless if it's at the top of your list that every Pokemon fan would appreciate. There's someone who on Twitter took Pokemon and did 3D models of them using, I forget the name of the artist. The artist who did the original concept art for Pokemon and made 3D sprites out of them using that concept art. And it was stunning. And all it was cell shaded Pokemon. There was it wasn't adding fur to them or scales or any of that photorealism. It was just a pretty style. I think the problem is that the art style that Game Freak uses, it's just boring. It's boring to look at. It's not that the game's ugly. The art style just sucks. You know? I don't even think it needs to look as visually realistic as Pokemon Snap. I don't think they need to go that far. Just make the art style better. I think that would do numbers for the game. But I don't know. I'm somewhere in the middle. I do feel like we just don't know yet running around the city, how much we're going to be doing outside of those catch zones and outside of that battle royale zone, how much back and forth side quests. Obviously there's going to be side quests in the game. I think that's cool. I think it would have been nice to hear in this direct that like, oh, people will be on a schedule. That's something that we've seen for, decades now in games, even going back to Majora's Mask, the whole game, the core of the game is in that one town. Obviously there's the open world surrounding it, but I'd love to see like scheduled activities and NPCs being at certain places at certain times of the day. Kind of feel like we're probably not going to get that in Pokemon, but having it in this core city, I would love to see more of those. Like the city's alive, and this is why it's no longer open world. We wanted to create a more alive world, a more living, breathing world. I don't know that we're going to get something like that. Am I wrong? Do you guys agree or disagree?
Dude, what you said about the art style was spot on. I couldn't agree with you more. That was a great point.
No, yeah, the art style is like a big part of it. Like my problem, I guess, the Pokemon can look great and everything. I'm not even sure if I agree with it that they look great, but they're there. They look fine. They look like the last Pokemon games. They don't look any better than the Pokemon games we already had on Switch, if I'm just completely honest. Which is fine. It is a Switch game, so whatever. It's going to look like the Pokemon that we've had in 3D on Switch, but. Like for the world, I'm not asking for anything complicated here. Asking for 3D models that were being used in villages in Quest 64. I mean, we're talking about basic shit. This is like really basic stuff I'm asking for. Yeah. It's just like a little bit of effort to actually make your building look like a fucking building instead of a mega block. Like I'm asking for a lot here.
My argument is you're not asking for a lot. The fans just don't care. Like the people who,
if the argument is just to sell anyways, that's fine. Why have any discussion on Pokemon ever and ever critique it? Because Dexit is a huge
point. Donkey Kong.
Dexit was a big thing, and guess what? People are buying Pokemon at record levels. So what was the point of bitching about Dexit then?
What's Dexit? I don't even know what that is.
That was like one of the biggest controversies they've ever made with their decision.
That was when they cut out the full Pokedex from the game for the first time when Sword and Shield came out and made it so you could only catch and transfer in 400 Pokemon.
Oh, I remember this. Got it.
Yeah.
I remember.
That was my reintroduction to.
That's so
Pokemon.
funny.
I hadn't played Pokemon before that. So.
Let me ask something before we move on to DK real quick. Has anyone pre-ordered outside of me?
Pokemon?
Pre-order what? Pokemon?
Yeah, Legends. Yeah.
Oh, I don't pre-order anything, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone picking it up on day one? Let me rephrase that then.
Hell yeah.
Stupendously.
Listen,
Nintendo better send me a copy, Ryan.
I'm gonna buy any online multiplayer games digitally this gen. I've already decided. So
okay, but so we're all planning on playing it or no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll say this, Stash. I plan on buying it day one. I love Pokemon games, for better for worse. I have no doubt whether I think it's as good as Arceus or not. I have no doubt that I will have hours of fun playing this Pokemon.
Yep.
I have no fears about that.
I'll probably have it beat within 10 days.
And I have concerns, but fun is not one of my concerns. I think I'm gonna have a great time. It's Pokemon.
The good Pokemon games are ones you can go back to like all the time, like every year after year, and play through them again. Yeah. And then there's the Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearls, which you will play all the way through them. But only one.
And you would never touch the game.
Yeah.
That was me.
Factual. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was my biggest takeaway. Really, is that I don't need to know more about the game. I prefer not to know more. I like going in not knowing if this is going to be in this game or if it's not. I don't have any concerns. I really don't. The graphics are what the graphics are. We've talked about this before. I think we all kind of understand that. It's more or less like, are you going to have a good time? Because that's what video games are, of course, about.
Not everyone needs to buy it day one. There's lots of people, I'm sure, that feel the same way as Nate, where if the game is good and and there is a lot they haven't shown us that makes the game really compelling, reviews will go around. I mean, Pokemon's always going to get talked about. and then everyone will be like, "Oh, this is the best Pokemon game in years," and it'll sell. It doesn't all have to be on day one.
That's right. Agreed.
That is true.
All right.
But I'm playing it day one, just so it's worth it.
Yeah, no, I'll be there.
Yeah,
day one.
smart people will
Get my
play day
review
one.
out.
Sure.
I was talking to someone who I will not name, and they just slightly said in my ear, "I've been playing ZA." I just looked at them and I said, "Okay," just walked away. Because why tell me that?
Yeah, it's quite early.
I'll probably just be playing NBA 2K instead. I know
On
people
Switch
think it's blasphemy. Yeah, on Switch too.
Well, 2K is coming out on the 28th.
I'm excited for Madden. Probably not 2K.
We'll be playing it at PAX.
Madden, yeah.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yep.
We have an epic match coming up. A lot riding.
I'm hyped.
But
Nate, I gotta go to GameStop and find a $5 copy of the current one so I can practice.
I would not practice on 30.
They sell in the eShop for like $2.
No, I'll practice it on Xbox so I can actually use the
Good call.
Nate, I just want to add, and correct me if I'm wrong. From my understanding, you're not a big Pokemon guy in general, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
so
that explains a lot right there.
With that, like Nate's very lukewarm on Pokemon. So I putting myself in Nate's shoes, like if I was kind of like I play them sometimes, I enjoy some, but I'm not like a huge fan. I'm not like stoked every year. What's going to be the next Pokemon thing? I don't think there's anything about what we've seen in ZA that would be like take me from not caring that much about Pokemon to, oh hell yeah, I gotta play this one.
Yeah,
this is the one I
like
got
a Donkey
to play.
Kong Direct.
Yeah,
that's.
And I don't want to put words in your mouth, Nate, but like I just feel like if I was coming at it from your position, nothing I saw today would have sold me on.
What do you want to put in his mouth?
All right, relax.
From
Bananas. And now to our next topic.
Look, when I say I'm not a big Pokemon guy, what I mean is I was obsessed with Pokemon as a kid. Obsessed with it. Loved it. First 3 gens, played the fuck out of it. Then fell off because Pokemon didn't feel like it was doing anything different to me. It just kept doing the same thing and it got boring. Maybe I just grew up and grew out of it. I have no idea. It wasn't until Arceus that I actually wanted to play Pokemon again. And Legends Arceus, sorry, I'll try to say it the right way, is my favorite Pokemon game of all time. So needless to say, I tried Scarlet and Violet out, heavily disappointed. Enjoyed more of it than I thought I would, but still heavily disappointed. Needless to say, I was excited when they said a new Legends game was coming. So for me, coming from it's my favorite Pokemon game I've ever played, and I put hundreds of hours in, to now here's the next one, and now I have no interest. I don't know. I feel like yeah, I can mention the graphic stuff. It's not to me even about the graphics, like per se, like the literal textures and the lighting systems. Like I'm just saying, can we get something that's not Mega Blocks? And it's just one minor thing in a sea of the only thing that looks exciting is one thing they showed, and that was how some of the battles work with the dodging. That looks cool, but nothing else they've shown looks cool. It all looks like bullshit. I'm not excited about the catch zones. Not excited about the story, which admittedly they haven't told us that much about. They haven't told us jack shit about what we even do in the city. And maybe they're hiding stuff, and that's fine. There could be a lot of exciting stuff going on.
You excited for Mega Dragonite?
Mega Dragonite looks like shit. I don't know.
Thank you. We can agree on that.
Right. I love Dragonite. Yeah. And see, Dragonite, he's always been like kind of the derpy dragon Pokemon.
He is the derpy
we did not need to make it worse. Can his Mega have some love, man?
Dude, I was hoping they'd have a new evolved form of Dragonair, like an alternate Dragonair.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Dude, Dragonair and Dratini are rad looking. It's funny that they went derpy for Dragonite. Yeah, my big issue is I hate Mega Evolutions. Sorry, guys. And
no,
the reason
I'm not
why
the
I hate them,
fan of them either
is because like why not just give us something happens in the story and Pokemon's have achieved a 4th level evolution that's permanent.
That would be
I hate
stupid.
No,
That's
it's
stupid.
not.
No,
How
you
dare
don't
you?
want it to be permanent because
No,
then like Pokemon like Charizard don't have a use anymore. You'll never play with
Dude,
them.
we're getting Mega Evolutions for Pokemon when we still have Pokemon that don't have evolutions.
They don't need evolution. That's balancing, buddy.
Oh,
That's how the game's balanced. It is.
But
That's really how the game is balanced.
Mega evolve one Pokemon on your team.
Yeah, and
So
that's it.
So 5 out of 6 of your Pokemon don't need to have Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
I just would like a fourth tier instead
No,
of
you
a
don't.
temporary. It's not Digimon. Come on.
I just think Pokemon is one of those franchises where they have no incentive to like improve their game quality because it'll sell, and that sucks.
It's the Bethesda effect where it's
No,
like they release janky games constantly, but they sell so well.
fans
It sucks
care
'cause we've
about
seen-
different things than what gamers do. Because I remember when I went to Pokemon Worlds last year and I was talking to different creators and I was like, what other games do you play? And they're like, what do you mean? And they're like, they're not even a gamer, they just like play Pokemon, which is fine.
Yeah,
but it was
a lot of
crazy
that
because I was like,
What
have you
I
played
find
Astro
crazy
Bot?
about
And they were like, what's that? I was like, all right.
What I find crazy about this concept too, though, is obviously Pokemon sells incredibly well. There's no doubt about it. One of the most popular IPs out there. It's going to sell just because it's Pokemon. And you're right. I think a lot of like core Pokemon fans, they don't really play anything else. They just play Pokemon and they just care about the Pokemon. And as long as they feel happy, they're going to keep selling 10, 15, 20 million every time. But that's kind of the thing that I wish the Pokemon Company and Game Freak and stuff would learn from other franchises. So I'll just give it like, I'll just use this as an example. Zelda used to never be able to sell more than 8 million copies at the peak. You were going to sell 4 million every time. That's your core audience. That's what you're serving. Then they decided to go beyond their core audience and try something big, experimental, giant open world, completely change the Zelda formula, throw it in the trash. And now it sells 20 to 30 million. Imagine if Pokemon gave a shit and would do things that appeal to more than just their core audience. It could be a 50 million seller every time. Like it feels like they're just leaving sales on the table despite it also being a really big seller because they won't go beyond their core.
And that's why they go the mobile route.
The problem there is that the Pokemon Company cares more about the other revenue outlets than the game.
Right.
But here's what's frustrating about it. I think that's a great point, Nate. But what's frustrating is that Pokemon it's not just mainline Pokemon games. It's multiple pillars. They've got the mainline games. They've got Let's Go. They've got Legends. They've got the stadium stuff. There's so many multiple layers. It would be nice for them to make one of those pillars. If the mainline pillar is just supposed to be for the core Pokemon fans, not for gamers, then why can't the Legends be for both? Why is that just another pillar?
Legends to your credit, like look at Zelda. They release a billion things. You know, they do one thing every year, and they still make
theirs caters to a wide audience because they have games like Echoes of Wisdom that cater to a completely different market than Tears of the Kingdom, and they have their top-down Zeldas and they have their open world Zeldas, and then they've got their Warriors spin-off Zeldas. They've got their rhythm game Zeldas. So I don't know.
There's a lot of Zelda. There's a lot of Pokemon spin-off games. I mean, like a lot of them. But like right now, a lot of the biggest ones are on mobile, which makes sense because that's where a lot of kids are. So you're gonna go to where the kids are playing.
Were you here when we were talking about that earlier, Nate?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So to me, it's just like for me, it's all about just. I'm not saying abandon the core. No, never. I'm just saying that I feel like Pokemon can be so much bigger than it really is if they cared to make it bigger than it really is. And that means caring about other things beyond what the core does. You give the core what they want, but then care about what everyone else wants. Like I always think about how many fans has Pokemon lost over the years compared to how many they still have and how many would come back.
Well, they target kids heavily.
Yes, they do.
They're one of the main, I know it's Pokemon coming. They're one of the main Nintendo ones that chooses to continue to focus on kids over adults because a lot of them are shifting the other way, but not Pokemon.
Yep. Would have been interesting if that one survey they did out in Japan would have included Pokemon in it just to see what the average player age was.
Which technically, if they keep going after the younger audience, that would grow it faster than going after like existing fans because more of them are born every year and more.
But this is my point: is like if Pokemon sales aren't really like nothing's ever sold better than Gen 1, you can kind of argue that the base either hasn't grown and it's the same base from back then, or if it is growing, it's losing fans on the other side. So it's continuing to add new fans, but losing fans on the back end.
I don't think that's true. I think that there are more eyes on Pokemon than ever because I go to the live events and I see kids. I see people who grew up with Pokemon. I see
Sure.
people who got into Pokemon two years ago. I fell off after Gen 4 and I got back in Gen 8. And now they've gotten revenue from me.
I think
so.
you're right, but I think kids is
What?
more of its audience. I mean, it's always been kids because like back when it existed, adults like when it first came out, adults didn't care. And now we're like those kids that are adults that are kind of getting a little left behind with how easy and simple they make stuff. You know?
Yeah. My
But,
point wasn't that adults don't play Pokemon. Like there's obviously there are a bunch of adults on this show that have all played Pokemon. Like
I'm
adults
not saying.
play Pokemon. But my point was like, yes, there are kids playing Pokemon, but I do think there's a lot of adults that have fallen off of Pokemon as well.
But I think if you get more new kids, it offsets. You still have a net positive.
Yeah, that's why
adults use.
My point was you could make a game that just actually appeals to all of them, and you could have the best selling game ever.
You can't, because what game appeals to kids and appeals to adults? My son doesn't care about Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. He cares about Donkey Kong Bonanza because I hyped it up, and he cares about Pokemon Let's Go because he played it and he said this is a fun game.
That's what I'm trying to say.
What other games did your kid play? Anything else?
Honestly, it's just that Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
He's played what's the one? Bowser's Fury. The other side. He didn't play Bowser's Fury.
3D World.
Side. Yeah, 3D World. Just play that. Yeah.
Sure.
I have a lot of friends with kids like in the 5 to 10 range, and like all they talk about is like Mr. Beast and like Pokemon. They don't care about like anything or Fortnite. That's another big one. But
Fortnite,
that's like it.
Imagine if Pokemon did a collab with
Roblox
Fortnite.
occasionally.
But they love Pokemon, and a lot of them are more into the cards than the games. But like,
my son cares about the cards.
Yeah,
more than he cares about the games.
My kids care about the cards too. Yeah, it's just interesting because
Stash, you need to go to jail.
We're trying to appeal to everything.
Over there whipping up a concoction.
I'm fixing my trail mix, man.
I
Don't put M&Ms in there.
I kind of look at it like this, like, you know, I just personally feel there's a way to that you literally can just appeal to everyone. If one, it requires putting more effort into the games. It's like the biggest thing that makes people fall off is the lack of effort, not so much that it's easy. Like, we all understand it's going to be easy. Bananza is easy for a huge chunk of the game. Like, we understand this. It's okay. It's just, you know, it's like Mario Kart is also really easy, but then there's also like, you know, a skill plateau at some point if you're going to try to be more competitive. So I just kind of, and that's true in Pokemon, by the way, too. Competitive Pokemon, there's a skill gap.
Yeah, not the single player experience.
Well, no, not this. In the single player experience, doesn't have to be that way.
Fans have to make their own rules to make it harder. Like,
Nuzlocke. Then that Pokemon company get mad at you when you're live streaming it. Anyways, that's a whole different topic. Okay, we could probably move on. I know I'm being a negative Nancy, but we needed somebody to be like, hey, maybe this isn't the greatest thing since sliced bread.
I don't think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I want to make that clear. I don't think that. I think it's going to be a good fun time.
That.
Yeah,
I think I'm a Pokemon fan, and I'm excited about a new Pokemon game.
As I sat back and that's the thing. I sat back and listened for 45 minutes, and it was basically nothing about how great ZA sounds. That's what it sounded like to me as someone just listening.
Yeah,
there was like no criticism brought up. Till I thought.
I'll tell you what. Before we move on to the next topic, I'll tell you what I really want from a Pokemon game, a mainline game. And this might be divisive, but it's what I want. It's a smaller Pokedex with only new Pokemon. No returning.
That's black and white. Shut up.
I know. Yeah. And I said earlier, it's my favorite mainline Pokemon. There's a very specific reason. I would love another mainline game with all new Pokemon in a smaller dex.
Well, they'll probably do
I think that's awesome.
A remake.
I think it's a huge win for Pokemon fans. I don't care what anyone says. I think that's a win. All new Pokemon.
We're starting wars now. Okay, we can move on. Look, there's already enough wars within the Pokemon fan base. Just go on social media, right?
People don't like new Pokemon? Come on.
We love new Pokemon, but there's a reason.
People can't agree on anything with Pokemon.
I think with Pokemon Home, it wouldn't even matter anyway.
I think that the reason they won't do that is because, again, I talk about competitive a lot. I like competitive. When you look at competitive Pokemon, there's no. You can do that, but the pool will be so small. It just wouldn't be an interesting or fun season. And that would be what it would be for like months, and it would just shrink that. And that, like I said, that's growing so much competitively.
Well, that's what happened with Black and White. Is even though it's a beloved game now, its initial sales were horrible.
Yeah, I remember when it was coming out or came out.
But
Yeah,
it's so good. It was so good.
It was good because of the story.
Stash was so bored. He's over there doing chores.
No, he dropped his M&Ms. That's what it is.
Okay, well, I was like,
M&Ms in his bag.
All right, well, let's move on to the next topic, guys. We've had enough Pokemon for one night, have we? I don't know.
I think so.
I could probably talk Pokemon the whole cast, but anyways,
Same.
I digress. Donkey Kong Bananza, my friends, is finally out. We've all gotten to play it, correct? Everyone here has played Bonanza. Hell yes.
Phenomenal game.
So let's talk about our thoughts on this game. What do we think of it so far? If we've finished the game, what do we think of it as a whole package? Things we love about it, things we hate about it, our favorite parts, and do we think this is a game of the year contender? Where do we even rank the game compared to
Can we
previous
not
and
spoil
Mario?
anything that wasn't shown in the direct when we talk about it? Like
no spoilers.
Bonanza forms that weren't shown.
Don't go beyond the
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
cool.
no.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Even
no
if I've
spoilers.
been
The game's
watching,
only been out for a
let's
week.
not talk past
so.
that content.
Let's start
Let's be
with
talking
Nintentalk on this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I'm not done with it yet, but I'm very close. Like, I think I'm 15 hours in, and I'm at the part where, like, I'm not going to say it, but, like, it feels like the game is wrapping up. I think this game is excellent. I think it's fantastic. I think it's, like, Nintendo at their best. I actually prefer this over Odyssey, which I hear that conversation going on right now. The game, like, scale is so big. Like, I compare this game a lot to Bowser's Fury because it has kind of like that. It has like that same kind of like world size, and it does feel like a little playground that you can kind of go in. But yeah, it's just super addicting to like dig everywhere and stuff like that. My only complaint really is the camera, but at the same time, like there's so much going on with that game that I can kind of give that a pass because you're in a 3D platformer, you're digging. Nintendo doesn't want you to see the items that are underground, of course. So you're going to get that weird like void on the side of your screen. Like it looks ugly in some points.
Well, I'd argue they actually do kind of highlight the items that are underground when you're digging, but
yeah, when you use your radar thing.
Not even when you use your radar. If you like swing the camera around,
yeah, you can see
if it's close enough to you can see like caverns and stuff that you're probably actually not supposed to see.
You see the floor. You can see how far you are from the floor and stuff.
But I kind of like that. It makes finding secrets a little easier.
It's janky. It's cute.
Yeah, so it looks kind of ugly in some parts, but yeah, the thing that stuck out to me was like normally when I play a DK game, I'm like I'm prepared to like die thousands of times. Like in the first like 5 to 7 hours, it was very easy. Like I think some of the first boss battles were like a minute long. So although they looked cool,
are a joke for sure.
Yeah, the first few are a joke. But yeah, I'm loving the game. I think this is a great game. I do disagree with the people that say that this should have been the launch game, though. I don't think
I also disagree.
Yeah, because like they played it. You got to play it safe. You got to get people to the Switch too. What better to do it than Mario Kart?
Right.
You know,
Donkey Kong's great, but it's a tough sell for like a new concept to people.
Yeah, yeah, agree.
I had a friend who she texted me today and she was like, "Hey, do you like the new Donkey Kong game?" I say it's really good. She's like, "Well, I don't know. It looks too chaotic. It looks too much." Now she is a Pokemon fan, so let's relax on her. But she did say it was like a lot, and she was like, "It looks like it's just way too much." But we played Mario Kart several times online together, so clearly Mario Kart was the safe option, and that's something I'm going to talk about in my video because I wanted to review Donkey Kong, but like by the time I get around to it, everyone's gonna have a review out, so I have to come up with a different angle. But I think
probably
that
wasn't used to all the textures in the game.
Yeah. Look, I played Donkey Kong and I was like, wow. But yeah, I think that Donkey Kong Bonanza should not have been it was in the launch window, and I think that makes a lot of sense because if you look at what Nintendo's output is, we could talk about that later on, but their output for the rest of the year is stupid if you think about like a launch year or a launch frame. And DK hitting hard like this, like if Nintendo put nothing else major AAA out for the rest of the year, people still be like, this is a great year. They got Mario Kart and Donkey Kong, and then we look at what they're actually putting out with Metroid 4, ZA, and other games like that. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. And Kirby counts. So when it gets the game of the year nod, just don't act weird about it.
Did anyone here beat it yet?
DK?
Yeah.
No, I'm
Nope.
about 12 hours in.
And I don't want to.
I know it's one of those things where it's like
at the end at 15 hours because I'm like 20 hours in and I only have like the second like Kong Bananza unlocked.
Wow.
I've just been like
Oh,
going
wow.
I'm not like 100%ing it, but I'm like 90%ing most of the stuff.
Yeah.
But just purely by exploration. I'm not trying to get 90%.
it's one of those
playing the
things where you
same exact
accidentally
way.
finish it. Yeah, you accidentally
way,
100% it, but you're not trying to. You just do like Breath of the Wild. We didn't mean to. We were just like looking at everything. And
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
it's
I'm
like
just
that.
like taking my time, but like not going past my point of enjoyment. I'm not making any of it a chore. I'm just like exploring around, doing what I want to do, and then when I'm like, all right, I'm ready for the next one, then I go to the next area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Same. I'm gonna.
Same.
I was
doing some of the challenge stages. Like, if I get a little too frustrated, I'm like, why am I even getting frustrated? Let me just go do. There's so much to do.
Yeah.
Like
I love the hidden bananas on the challenge stages.
They're
Those
so
are
cool.
not the most fun for me.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what the snow cone one is? Because I couldn't find it. And I did for like 30 minutes.
I don't think I got there yet.
No,
Okay.
I've done a really
You're-
good job avoiding any spoilers too. So
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
even know what
surprised
you're
that
talking
the
about.
other forums didn't. I didn't even see them leaked. I was like purely
Which is
surprised.
crazy. I haven't seen anybody on Twitter do that.
Yeah, I just
I
got
was
the
in
final
someone's
form, I
stream who
think.
was marathon again, and I saw it.
Oh, they leaked. It just.
I didn't see them.
That's the thing is we're in a new gem. You can't emulate it yet. So the leaks, you have to basically want them. They're not just like spread everywhere. Before the game came out.
Do you guys
The whole
prefer
game-
this or Odyssey?
I don't know if it's recency bias, but I think DK Bonanza.
Both.
I'm
never
gonna
finished
say
Odyssey.
this.
Just because Odyssey it's a fantastic game, but it's like it's 3D Mario at its best, you know what I mean? But so is Galaxy, and
See,
I
I didn't get hooked in by Odyssey. I couldn't. I never finished it, and it was not like it was like so bad that I couldn't finish it. There was just other stuff happening, and I just put it down, and never came back to it. But I think Galaxy was like better than Odyssey. Like it had like its hooks in it from the beginning.
Super Mario Sunshine is my favorite Mario game, and I've beat
Same.
it a million times.
That's a
Odyssey is
tough
just
one.
a great game, but I'm not like wanting to go back to it.
Mhm.
DK Bonanza, I'm truly addicted to this game.
So
yeah,
Odyssey's my favorite Mario game. I don't know if I can put Bonanza ahead of it yet, but it's also because I haven't finished the game. Like I've done everything in Odyssey. I haven't done everything in DK yet, so I don't know. What I can say is the gameplay variety feels much grander so far than Odyssey felt at the point that I was in Odyssey. And that's not a knock on Mario. Mario's a different game. It's not supposed to feel the same. Like that's fine. I'm actually really happy it doesn't feel like Mario.
Right.
I actually get more. I surprisingly get a little bit more Zelda vibes than I do Mario, and yet I'm not doing anything like I do in Zelda. So it's kind of crazy how they found a way to like kind of mash these different things together, but then also
The
it feels
shrines.
different.
It reminds me of the
it
shrines.
definitely feels like shrines. Yeah,
Challenge areas. Yeah, I feel like the shrines, but then you go into it and you're like, this is almost nothing like that because everyone's different. There's no two that are even the battle ones. They're completely different battles every time.
Yep.
Like, I love it. Like it and there's just a lot of variety. Like you can platform as much as you want or as little as you want. It's like a cross between an action adventure game and a 3D platformer, and it's crazy good. I mean, you can even argue maybe a little bit across the RPG mechanics with the upgrades you can do.
Yeah.
Like they crossed all these different things together, and it works so brilliantly. And what's really cool is when you also have those RPG mechanics where you're building out your character tree, everyone's going to do it different. Everyone's going to go for different things, and so it makes each playthrough.
Yeah, but everyone maxes out their punches first.
Right.
that's not what I did. I'm gonna be honest. That's not what I did.
Wow.
I went for my clap, my little radar, because I wanted random things.
Oh, the radar clap. A lot of people went for that. I heard.
That's what I maxed out.
That's what I
Alright.
maxed out.
I guess
And grabbing, if you the grab when you grab things that are around you, which I still feel isn't wide enough. I still feel like I'm missing stuff when I clap.
I maxed out everything in my original Bonanza form, and I'm not really sure if that was the smart move, but whatever.
One thing I wanted to say that was actually kind of scared me about the game when I first started playing it, but kind of resolved itself as I got further, in case anyone else had this experience. But like And that tutorial level, I don't like the tutorial that much. Like I understand what it's trying to do, and that it wants you to break everything and see how you can just do whatever you want. But for me, it was like I'm the type of gamer that like I obsessively have to smash everything I can. Yeah. And I was like taking so long through that. And I was like, I wasn't necessarily doing it because I was having fun, but more because I felt like I needed to do more.
Didn't want to miss anything.
Exactly. And then like I realized I'm only, 3% of my way through the level. I can't do the whole game like this. I actually didn't like it. But as you play more, it feels like, and you understand the game's economy and like the way the gold and all the other stuff works, you definitely get way more comfortable smashing a ton, but like not having to get every little thing. And then as you get deeper into the game, there's levels where you don't even want to smash that much because of how they're set up.
Well,
if anyone like has put in a few hours and had that feeling, just know that if you just keep playing, like it balances itself out really well.
I feel like I kind of agree with you on that. I enjoy the tutorial, but I actually feel like the tutorial kind of misrepresents the game
100%
a little bit because it's not just a game about the cathartic destroy everything and you might find collectibles. Yes, you like destruction is a big mechanic in the game, but once you get out of that tutorial and into like the open zones, there's so much more to it than that. There's a story that's progressing and like been mentioning the shrine equivalent and stuff.
The level was the perfect first zone to drop you into. I think that was really smart.
What story? What did you say?
I said, I don't like the tutorial, but you made some good points of why it's actually a good tutorial. I think that the order they did the zones in to get you in the game, I think the first zone was the perfect one to choose.
Oh yeah,
the lagoon one.
Oh, the lagoon's phenomenal.
Yeah,
the one where you drop in like Tears of the Kingdom.
Hills. Of this game.
I just realized why the game felt like Zelda to me. You guys remember when you had to get the big disc to get the first Bananza form, and like the way that the game wants you to do it is you go over and you do that purple thing on the left, and then it does, and it raises the platform up. That's not how I did it at all.
Yeah,
I didn't raise that platform up. I climbed up the side of the little
shipping container.
Then jumped off, grabbed it, chucked it across the gap, jumped down, and I brought it up, and that's how I did it. And then when I realized later, when I'm like, well, I haven't done that purple thing, I go, oh, that's how they wanted me to do it, huh? So this is like Zelda. I could just do it however the fuck I want. This is.
Have you seen speedrunners? Have you seen speedrunners?
Like that very first area it drops you in. There's like that conveyor belt. You're supposed to smash down to get under the gate. Yeah, but you can also just smash the walls and just make a tunnel.
You go around it.
So right away, they show you can do stuff like however you want.
Yeah, you can break this game. Like I skipped a whole power entirely, and I had to go back because I couldn't like.
Yeah, I skipped an entire level as well.
That's
one of my buddies, in that first world, you have the 3 corks that you have to unplug that's preventing the water from coming out.
Yep.
One of my buddies just did like the, terraforming essentially and skipped one of the plugs. He just ignored the last plug and just went and progressed through the game. He's like, yeah, I'll have to go back and
level that entire level.
Yes.
Yeah.
He destroyed 100%.
He said it took like 3 days or something.
It only took him 3 hours, which I thought it would take
3 hours. Yeah, something crazy.
3 hours. It's like you need a life, but also this is your life.
Wait, here's the big. Put it on turbo. Maybe you got a controller and did turbo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here's the big question: do you guys like Pauline in this game?
Love it. Dude,
so far, I like
love
that. So
she gets annoying, but she's cute. Yeah.
I'm pretty early in the game still. I played a shit out of the first world, and did as much as I could. And again, kind of like Jake said earlier, not trying to necessarily 100% it, but I'm trying to do as much as I can before I feel like, okay, I'm ready to move to the next area. I'm going to look for and discover as much as I can, try and complete as much as I can, and then move on when I'm ready.
Like that's the best way to play it.
That way I'm not getting burnout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so I've only done maybe like 2 hours in the second world where it opens up to that open field. I forget the name of that second zone. But what I can say from my impressions early on is the game has made instantly an incredible impression on me. I love the visual style of this. I said this when we saw the direct in the trailers. I love the new look for DK, how charming it is and how animated he is. It is the best. Amazing change. The music in the game, phenomenal. The game looks beautiful. I love the way it feels. You know, I feel like there's a lot that could have gone wrong with this game, just with the destruction mechanics, as well as the controls are a little bit odd. At least they were for me. I don't know about you guys. For me, the controls were a little bit odd at first. Jumping with A, down punch with
that.
B.
I think they wanted like the up punch to be the up button.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that's such a novel concept that you can punch up. That's so cool.
Yeah, and it's really cool. I was scared that like, oh, this is something that on paper sounds awesome, but like I never wrapped my head around. I totally wrapped my head around it. Like it clicked. It took me no joke. It took me maybe an hour, maybe 2. There were times where I'd go to jump and hit and it punched down by mistake.
A lot of people remap it because they let you remap it.
Right. I always try and learn controls before remapping. It's like my go-to. I'm like, well, let me give it a few hours, see if I get it. If I don't, then I'll remap. But it clicked.
Yeah. It's always like there's a reason they made the controls that way. Let me see if I can figure out.
Exactly.
And
it clicked
for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me that speaks volumes because there are plenty of games where I'm like, man, this could have controlled way better. So I've been loving my time with it. The world's beautiful. I love the characters. I love the setup. I love the dynamic between DK and Pauline. It's super cute. Having a voice acted character as your partner just adds to that sense of immersion and charm. That's really cool. And I walked away my first time when I had to step away. I think I sunk 3 hours my first session before I had to walk away, thinking about the game and how much I can't wait to get back in there and play more. But then playing that first zone and all the different layers to it, you know, I think it was like 3 or 4 layers in that first zone, which is so cool. I'm like, this is so, I don't know, it's just so rad. And I honestly, I can't speak for long term. Well, I'll have a final say when I get to the end of the game, when I finish the game. Early impressions, I'm more impressed with this so far than Mario Odyssey, just from early impressions. Mario Odyssey is a very special game. New Donk City is one of my favorite Mario worlds. Man, when you do that parade, when you do that parade level, and it's all the throwbacks to classic Mario, and it's blasting the music and fireworks are going off, and you're just like, that's one of the best missions I've ever done in a platformer ever. I don't know if this game will hit those heights, but as far as early impressions go, when I think of my first 3 hours in this versus my first 3 hours, or I've probably put about 6 hours in Bananza now, maybe 7. This is a really strong impression. I don't know how it progresses, but right now, this is probably the best early impression I've had on a 3D platformer since maybe Mario Galaxy 2, which is my favorite of all time.
See, oh, go ahead. You have to say something?
Oh, I was going to say, I want to say, I'm sorry.
We all want to talk. It's Bananza.
Yeah.
Bonanza. I just want to say
this is a free for all today.
What the game does really well is that, so the way I look at it is like Mario Odyssey, I beat on my brother. I have my brother's cartridge and I beat it, and I never rebought it. There are several games. My brother had a Switch before I bought a Switch. There are several games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I rebought that because I wanted to play that. I did not do that with Mario Odyssey. I can see myself losing my Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever the hell happens, and then getting another one and be like, I have to get Donkey Kong Bonanza again. Sure. It's that type of game. It's kind of like my Mega Man Battle Network. Like, not everyone cares about Mega Man Battle Network, but like I do.
Battle Network's awesome. I care about it. It's awesome.
I love that game. But I wanted to rebuy that game. Please. But I wanted to rebuy that game, and I think that if they do that, I don't know if my kids will feel that way in the future when the Switch 4 is out, and they're like, man, what about that Donkey Kong game? And Nintendo drops a remastered or something like that. But I feel like it's that type of game, and Mario Odyssey was a great game, but it wasn't like that game for me personally.
Yeah, I also beat it in like 6 hours. Odyssey was pretty short.
Yeah.
You beat it in 6 hours.
Yeah,
think I
mean
beat it
that's
in
not
10.
100%ing, but
Oh,
like,
okay. I was
story,
like,
yeah.
Odyssey just it has some really high moments in it. Like for me, obviously the parade one in New Donk, like that was a very special moment, especially as like a growing up on Mario since the NES. It's like, man, what a amazing moment. And then I think about the ending. Spoiler for anyone in chat who hasn't played Mario Odyssey. Taking over Bowser at the end was like the most pleasant surprise ever. I was like, hell yes, this is what it's all about. I'm hoping, I'm too early in Bananza. I'm hoping that Donkey Kong has moments like that, at least in the finale, at the very least, that make me go like, holy shit, I can't believe they did this. Because that's how I felt in those couple of moments in Odyssey. Although Odyssey, I do wish some of the worlds that you went to in that game were undercooked. I felt like we had that cool kind of Dark Souls world that I was so stoked on, and it was just a boss fight, which felt a little bit disappointing. And I wish they had gone as big as New Donk and I forget the Desert Land, that they do a really good job. That's super explorable. But I will say this. There's something about even the easy bananas that are like pretty obvious and easy to find in this game.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, maybe it's just because this game's new and on new hardware. I don't know if it's the same for you guys. You let me know. For some reason, it's more satisfying finding those easy bananas than the way I felt finding the obvious moons that were just like sitting on a rock.
There's honestly something so simple and satisfying about the way you break the bananas. The way you punch and they
maybe that's it. Yeah,
3 times. It feels so good to do.
Yeah, it's satisfying every time.
The moon sitting on the rock or sitting on a ledge that you can just walk over and grab was never satisfying. The easiest banana I found in this game has been satisfying. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I'm here for it.
What I was gonna say though earlier is I might be different, but when Mario Odyssey was coming out, it was something I knew I was going to get day one. It's a new Mario game. I was excited. Before Donkey Kong Bonanza came out, I was telling my subscribers, my community, I was like, it looks cool. I don't know if I'm going to get it day one. I probably will, but I don't really care that much. Mm-hmm. Once I seen the Donkey Kong Direct, as soon as that was over, I was like, holy shit, I got to get this game immediately.
Yeah.
It's still early. I haven't beat the game, and could be a reach, but I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is a top 5 Nintendo game of all time. I think it feels like 30 or 40 years of Nintendo, the weird, the wacky, the everything, the innovation all coming together in one game. And a weird experience that I have with it is, do you guys remember when you were a little kid and you would drive down the street and everybody would do that dumbass thing where you make your fingers run on the side of the car? You're like, oh, I'm running really fast, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't a little kid last Tuesday.
I've been skateboarding my entire life, so I kind of do the same thing. I'll drive down the street and I'll look at stair sets and I'm like, oh, I can skateboard on that. I can do this. I can do that. I do it everywhere I go. I look at stair sets. I look at ledges. I look at rails. I look at everything that way. The other day, I was driving to Walmart with my daughters and I was looking and I was acting like I was picking up a piece of something and smashing through stuff. And they just looked at me like, what are you doing? And I was mimicking DK Bonanza, like picking up terrain, smashing through a bunch of shit. And then I realized the game had like affected me in a way to where I'm thinking about it, not just thinking about the game, but I'm like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a part of me now.
There's just like a bunch of fucked up bananas.
Yeah. I'm just like,
like
you can't tell me all of y'all haven't looked at bananas and been like, oh, banana. Like every single person's looked at bananas.
Brother, I went to the store and bought some bananas. My kids are like, we need bananas, Dad. I'm like, let's go.
It's in this. It's
like, Dad, fifth time this week.
It's a part of everything now. It's so crazy.
I'm glad the game is reviewing so well because it's definitely the type of game where you can take some of the glitches and stuff that happens out of context and make it look like a buggy mess.
Yeah, and that's what people are doing too,
like Scarlet and Violet and stuff. And it's not getting that treatment, which I think is really good. The thing is, it does have some issues and some stuff that's like 5 out of 10.
Right.
But like, there's certain gameplay mechanics that it does that it couldn't do if the camera wasn't wonky. Like it wouldn't make sense.
100%.
And at the end of the day, like how fun a game is like you take all those like maybe low score things and you combine it with all the high fun things and combine it to see if it's worth it. And I think that's for me, it ends up as like a little more than a 9 out of 10, which is right where it's reviewing with critics and users as well.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see it not get like review bombed or anything like that because it is an exclusive.
I do think what GameBird and Jake, I think you were saying as well. I do think, unfortunately, I think hopefully it doesn't happen, but people might buy the game and give it that first 1 or 2 hours. The tutorial area, I really do not think is a great representation of the game.
Yeah, I don't
know. I played the tutorial at Target before it came out, or the demo. I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I did it again when I got the game. The first hour, I was like, this is fun.
And again, it's not like it's not fun. It's not.
It's
like
not
it's
fun,
tool.
but yeah, it wasn't giving me the feeling I got with the direct when I was watching that. Until you get to that first real
you do need a little bit of time with it, not too much. You don't. Have to, it's
not too much.
The first 20 hours. It's like no, just go to the next zone.
It's not like Breath of the Wild's tutorial where it's like
one of the greatest tutorials of all time.
Yeah, it's, like,
it's the best tutorial.
Yeah.
This is more like this is fun, but this is what the game is.
It might also be because there's no like bright colors and it's dark and you're underground and you're like, where's the pizzazz or whatever?
And he has on clothes. Like we didn't want that.
Yeah, the first zone is so much more colorful. Like so much.
Yeah. It's got the Nintendo whimsy to it.
I was gonna ask you because I've never played Astrobot, and Astrobot won Game of the Year.
Oh my god, it's so damn good.
How does it compare to that though?
I'm a Nintendo channel, and I think it's better than a majority of Mario games.
Mario Sunshine with Flood.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of more like that. I would say it's a better game than that. I don't want to.
Actually,
that won Game of the Year, right?
It did.
And it rightfully did. Yeah.
Like 93 on Metacritic. It was great.
So good.
I'm gonna be honest. I like BK Bananza more than
that.
that.
Yeah, I say everyone should play both games.
Yeah.
Play all of them. It's a great time for platformers.
It is.
I don't necessarily know whether it's like what's the better game because they're different. I feel like
they're very different.
Like I'd say a better comparison for Astrobot would be something more along the lines of Mario 3D World. Even though Astro is more open than 3D World, it's still that point. It's a point A to point B platformer. It's not like
it's
an
like
open
Galaxy.
zone explorer. Or like Galaxy would be a better comparison for Astrobot. So it's hard. It's like saying, what's better?
Would it be in the same league? Like Joe's saying top 5 all time.
I think it is. I just think it's everything coming together,
I'm not far enough to say that, but I am far enough to say it is one of the most memorable and like I said, one of the best early experiences.
Like GameBird was saying too, though, it's new hardware as well. That is a part of it. We're playing on
and I get Banjo vibes from this game, and
for sure.
I'm a hardcore Banjo fan. It's my favorite 3D platformer of all time.
I think there's
Microsoft just needs to go ahead and donate Rare back to Nintendo.
There's Banjo, there's Astrobot, there's even Spider-Man. The way you have Spider-Man hands that can just go up anything. Like they've just taken good things from like some of the best things from so many different games.
That's what I'm saying. It's like 4 decades
feel
of
like
Nintendo.
a hodgepodge. It feels like its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a really good job with that.
I like the interview when they were saying Shigeru Miyamoto he kept coming in and testing the game, and he would only stay in one area. Like he wouldn't try to progress. He just wanted to smash everything. And they're like, okay, we have something here. Like
what makes this game so special is there's no 3D platformer like it. If there is, I haven't played it. It's a very unique experience. It's not just a destructible playground, but that is an element that it's just another element that caters to all the other mechanics and the puzzles and like that Zelda likeness of it, where you don't necessarily have to do it the way it's designed. You can actually fudge it, and that's okay too, because as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. And the game doesn't break when you do it. That's remarkable,
which is crazy.
So Nate, does it have a chance for Game of the Year?
Great question.
I mean, Expedition 33 is one of my favorite games of all time, and
I still haven't played it.
I'm not gonna lie.
But that game, we were talking earlier about, or I was talking earlier about how there's some 5 out of 10 stuff, there's some 10 out of 10 stuff. You got to put it all together and find out like where it all combines, what it makes. And for Expedition 33, it was almost all 10 out of 10 stuff. And the story is something that we don't even come close to in 99% of games today. And that alone makes it pretty far up there, but the fact that the gameplay and the exploration is all really great. For me, I hope Donkey Kong gets nominated. That would be cool. I think
it's 100% getting nominated.
Yeah,
100%.
But I don't think it should win over Expedition.
What other contenders do we have right now? We have Kingdom Come Deliverance, right?
Split Fiction. Death Stranding
Split Fiction
as well. And
Split Fiction's great.
Here's the thing. Both critics and fans love when big game series reinvent themselves.
Yeah.
And almost every big game that I could think of that's reinvented, think Mario, Zelda, God of War. Anytime this happens, they're always nominees all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
good. It rightfully should be.
Yeah.
I think
you're right.
The nod. I think it should get the nod, but what if Metroid Prime 4 comes out and that's a 91 on Metacritic? Are we gonna
I think Metroid Prime 4 is a harder sell for a lot of people. It's
you think it's a hard? I guess
not like that. Like I can give Donkey Kong Bonanza to an 8-year-old right now, and they're gonna be like, "All right, I just smashed it. I got
Metroid's
it."
Niche.
Metroid Prime 4 is niche.
But game of the year is not always necessarily.
He's talking about game of the year.
That's my game of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That can be a niche game.
I mean, Odyssey and Breath of the Wild were both nominated.
ThunderStash, didn't you play it at the Switch 2 event thing before Metroid Prime 4? You played it?
Yeah, I played it.
What any first impressions? Game of the any?
Of course, yeah. I made a video on it. Absolutely love it. Excellent. I love the mouse.
Go watch the video if you want my thoughts.
Right? It's like, dude, I got you.
If you pay me.
The mouse Joy-Con controls are amazing, and as soon as I use those controls, it immediately clicked. I turned around to my lady that was recording, and I said, "This is why Prime 2 and 3 haven't come out yet. They're all going to use the mouse Joy-Con controls because it is the evolution of the Wiimote controls in Trilogy.
Revolution.
Yeah, see, I just wonder if all that's going to play into
real quick.
Game of the Year or whatever, or how people rate these games when they come out.
Well, with Metroid, as always, I think it's going to critically do very well. Sales-wise,
no, yeah. What did Metroid Prime 1 remastered sell? 2 or 3 million, 4 million, something like that.
4 or 5, I think.
4 or 5. So,
wow, that's actually not bad. If it did
not 5. It's like 4, right?
1.5 million.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, no, it did not outsell Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread is the number one seller.
Oh yeah, that's
what I'm thinking. Metroid Dread.
Far.
My bad.
Yeah, Metroid Dread sold just north of 3 million.
Yeah, so what is Metroid Prime 4? If we're lucky, 6.
I could see if they're only going to give one slot. Oh wait, sorry, Nate. I just realized you've been raising your hand.
Oh,
take it away, bro.
It's like halfway cut off.
He's just trying to.
It was halfway cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the host would see it eventually. It's fine. They got my back. Yeah. So look, I'm not gonna give my overall thoughts on DK because the bottom line is, guys, I could do it on any of my other live streams. This is gonna be something to talk about. There's a lot you guys talk about that, but for Game of the Year, obviously your personal Game of Years are gonna be whatever they are. Right? It can be anything. There's that one indie game that's like a 92 right now that has blue in its name. I haven't played it, but people love the hell out of that game.
Blueprints.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's
Blueprint.
really good.
And then there's also Silk Song supposed to come out. That might be some people's game.
Ooh, that would be my Game of the Year. All right, never mind.
Like there's a lot of. I haven't even played it yet. That'll be Game of the Year.
That's my Game of the Year. Sorry.
That being said, if we're just talking about the big show that Jeff Keighley puts on, well, yeah, Donkey Kong's going to be there, right? At least it feels like it. Like there's 6 games that get nominated. Usually one's an indie slot. The big question is obviously could DK, and let's say Metroid Prime traditionally reviews at a 94, 95. Like it potentially might be the highest rated game coming out this year. Not going to win Game of the Year over Expedition 33. That I think is probably going to run away with it this year. Potentially, I just even if Metroid Prime's rated higher, it won't matter because it's not going to be as popular as Expedition 33, which is popular with critics and fans alike.
Yeah.
And the culture too.
Yeah, and there's a whole culture thing with it too as well, like making a statement in the industry, all this stuff. So like it's going to be, and I'm not even saying it doesn't deserve it. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm having a fucking good time 20 hours in. So yeah, no problem with it winning Game of the Year. So this isn't like me the other year trying to argue about Tears of the Kingdom, beating an actual more revolutionary game. That being said, I do think that Bananza is probably going to get in. Like I look at the list. Death Stranding 2 will be in on Jeff Keighley just because it's Kojima. It's going to be in.
Yeah.
And the prior one, I think, won Game of the Year. So It'll be in because it's Kojima. Then you're gonna have obviously Expedition 33 will be in. Split Fiction's going to be in because they're also a prior Game of the Year winner, and also it's a 92, so like it actually deserves to be in. At least at this time. Obviously, the year's not over. Donkey Kong looks like it's going to be in. Right now, it's a top 4 rated game of the year, just in terms of reviews. And then after that, you got 2 spots left. If history repeats, Ghost of Yote, or however you pronounce that, will probably get in. Although whether or not it deserves to get in, given how stacked the year is, we'll see. Because the last game rated an 83 and got nominated. We're gonna have a bunch of games. I think we might have more than 6 games in the 90s. Like it almost feels like the year it shouldn't.
Great
really
year
get.
for gaming, man.
You know,
Yeah,
because
I mean, Ghost might not make it in with the competition this year.
Yeah, Ghost might not
It'll
make
probably
it.
win. It'll probably win a category.
When
but
does that
probably
come
win
out?
Game of the
It'll be
year.
in some other categories.
What's the cutoff time?
October.
October, November? What is the cutoff?
It's like November or something, right?
It's like
November,
the first week of November or something like that.
yeah, but it comes out in October, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It comes out in October.
Yeah, so that leaves the 2 spots. One's probably going to an indie game, especially because Blueprints is rated so high and Silk Summer rated so high. So one of those 2 are probably going to get in. So that
Wait,
leaves that
Silk Summer's
last.
coming out?
Yeah, it's supposed to. They said that the PR guy said it's supposed to come out before the Xbox handheld.
Man, I don't care about that game anymore. It took 6 years. Whatever. I don't care about that game anymore. Next.
It's the most overhyped game of all time.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
I played 2 hours of it and I was like, get out of here. What is
Yeah,
what,
cannot wait.
Not to go too far off topic, but I will say I'm not sure, given how long it's taken for that game to come out, that it's, even if it's fantastic,
It's going to
be able
because
to
of
live
that.
up to the high
Yeah,
no one.
it's impossible now.
Such a long development because it's an indie game. Maybe it will, but I'm not sure. But anyways,
Okay.
finish Prime.
Yeah, so that leaves that 1 spot left, and that's where I'm like, okay, what's that spot going to be? There's other big games coming out that could get that last spot.
It's gonna be Bonanza.
Well, no, Bonanza I already included in the first spot.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
So for me, it's like, well, because if Prime 4 comes out and rates as well as the other Prime games did, I mean, you almost can't leave it out because the critics who do the votes will have rated it as the highest rated game of the year if it rates as well as the other Prime games did.
Oh, Switch 2 Welcome Tour will be in there.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, there's other big games coming out still. So I'm kind of curious if this is the year Nintendo somehow nabs 2 slots, neither of them win, but that's still a big W for Nintendo.
Right.
Just to have a Switch 2 exclusive and a cross-gen game get in, even though, yeah, you're not going to beat Expedition 33, which is totally fine because that means DK and Metroid will win other categories as well. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious though, because obviously we're not there yet. We'll have a better idea once we get closer to when they announce the nominees, because then we'll have the whole full slate of the year come out. We'll see where the reviews rank. And I know people say, who cares about the reviews? Well, the panel are the ones that did the reviews. So you can get a good idea of nominations usually by looking at how the panel reviewed things.
Yeah. I think there's more to it than the review score, though, the average review score as well. That's why I think that even if, let's just say, just for the sake of argument, Nintendo gets 1 slot in Game of the Year, and Metroid Prime, let's just say, averages at a 95. Let's just say for shits and gigs. What is DK Bonanza at? 89 right now?
91.
91.
Oh, 91. Okay. Then let's say Metroid is a 96. I think that DK still gets the spot.
Me too.
Because
DK does still get the spot.
It reinvented. There's a story behind it. It's reinvented the wheel. It's reinvented 3D platforming. And granted, maybe Prime has reinvented the wheel as well. We've only seen a slice.
I don't think it gets a 96 without reinventing.
Yeah,
that's why I was curious about the mouse
controls. I'm like, if it gets a 96 and it's left out, but it's the highest review game of the year by these critics, that is like, what are we doing?
It wouldn't surprise me though.
I would not.
That's not surprising me.
They left out Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Someone needs to go up to Jeff Keighley, kick him in the balls, and say an 89 rated Death Stranding 2 can't make it in over a 96 rated Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah,
like, I'm sorry. You can't. It's the highest review game of the year.
He would love to have Nintendo in there.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, that would be too. Like, if you include Metroid,
Pokemon Legends is winning it all, boys.
That would be one of those things that would be interesting, though. What if the debate ends up being between, hey, do you put Death Stranding 2 in at a 89 or a Metroid Prime 4 in at a 94? They're both sequels. Like, would Jeff Keighley and the crew there be like, hey, no, we got to put in the higher rated game and show that we don't have this bias to Kojima, that we're going to leave off a game that everyone thinks is so much better just because Kojima is a maestro of storytelling.
Didn't Black Myth Wukong get nominated last year?
I think so, yeah.
And it was like an 86, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
I
think
what I'm
user
saying. It's
scores
not
can get a lower Metacritic score in, like if the user scores are really high. I think that does play a factor.
Yeah. Well, there's also
factor,
part
but
of the
story is
user
a part.
too.
And it sold like 20 million copies too, or something like
Yeah,
that.
it sold a lot.
The story is a part of it, and I don't mean the narrative of the game. I mean like the story behind the game.
Yeah,
does,
the pop
these
cultural
nominations.
reference or the
Yeah.
Black Myth Wukong is sitting at 81 right now.
Got a great story. It was announced in 2017 and had to be rebooted halfway through to a completely different studio. That's an amazing story to have that game come out and get rated really high, considering all the turmoil that went through to get here.
I want to see Expedition 33 win just to see the camera focus in on whatever Ubisoft executive is in attendance. That's going to be a special moment.
You idiot!
Dude,
they should nominate Assassin's Creed just to have someone important there.
Oh, I forgot about that game.
Yeah, put shadows in there just so you can see the face of Yeez Gibot just pissed off.
Jeff would be awesome for that.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Okay, Shadows has an 82.
Good talent. Got it.
You're not worried about that. Oh god.
Throw away money and get rid of your good talent. Anyways, no. So I don't know. Obviously, we'll have a bigger game of the year debate later in the year when we have all the final stuff out there. We will get what we think the final nominations are going to be, because who knows? We didn't expect Expedition 33 to come out of nowhere and be what it is. Maybe there's another surprise game coming.
Right.
That's going to hit us out of nowhere. We have no idea. The year's not over.
It's going to get announced in that next direct.
SaiyaRan, how's it going, buddy?
Quick question. Do any of you guys actually play every game that's nominated? Like, whenever you finally get the nomination, do you go back and say, okay, I'm going to try all these games because they've been nominated for Game of the Year?
Can't say I do.
Okay.
I play a lot of them. I've discovered games that like I really love just from like sometimes I'll like go and play them for a couple hours. Like Baldur's Gate 3 didn't click with me. I was like, screw this. But like Hades, I was like, oh, like I play them afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play games.
I'll put them on my list.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So like when I got to Hades, that game was incredible. So like
Hades 2 is fun too. You should check it out.
Yeah,
Hades 2 is great.
It's good.
I have I'm addicted to playing tons of games. So anything that looks really good to me, I buy right away. So oftentimes I've played most of the nominees anyways. Occasionally, honestly, I don't know that Game Awards has ever swayed me, because usually I have an idea based off of just like following the story and whether it's development or trailers or game impressions. I'll have an idea of what's interesting to me and what I want to play. But I haven't I play tons of visual novels and a lot of like weird. I play tons of different puzzle games, RPGs, indies. So.
You know, it's funny because like
a little bit of everything.
I don't think the average consumer, probably 95% of people, realistically can't play every game there, because some of them are huge games. Yeah. And like for the average like adult, like with a job, like they might play games throughout the year, but like a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and then like, you know,
so
like these huge games, like people like it'll take a whole year to get through them. And that's if they only play those 6 games. So unlike movies where everyone can, you know, they don't see all the average person, but it's easy to do so if you really want.
See a nomination, you can just go pop that movie in quick for one.
Right. But like with games, it's like it's totally different. Like it's funny because we all fight each other about, oh, this should be Game of the Year, this, but the fact is 95% of us haven't played every single game on that list.
Right.
Yeah. What's crazy is like the nominations do get boosted in sales though. So like it happens every single year that like whoever gets nominated for Game of the Year does see a boost.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And whoever wins often gets a bigger boost. And I'll note that It Takes Two was one that, because it won Game of the Year, I decided I'd give it a try. Even though I kind of figured I would like it the whole time, it was just kind of on the back burner. Like maybe I'll try it out. And then it went from a maybe to, you know what? If it's beating these other games I love, maybe this really just is that good. And newsflash, it really is just that good.
That game's
Like,
so
no,
good.
not surprising to
Yeah.
anyone.
I think
That's another
why
one that I think is one of the
China's
best
going on
platformers
it too.
modern.
Yeah. I mean, let's just be out. The whole reason that I picked up Split Fiction on Switch 2 is because of how good It Takes Two was. By the way, not disappointed. Me and the wife having lots of fun in Split Fiction. Like, game rocks. So
I
I'm
love
like,
how they always add something new to that game, like every level. Like
yeah.
it's
Every
so
level
cool.
almost feels like, it almost feels like it's a completely new game almost every level because of
Exactly.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And it's not too long per level to where it gets stale, which is even more incredible that they added
doesn't-
something new an hour or two
It
after you
doesn't
start playing.
overwhelm you with the controls either. You know?
Yeah. That's kind of like Donkey Kong. Like every time you get a new form, and even just every time you get a new terrain. Like the way the level's set up, it's always new. It always does feel like a palate cleanse when you go to the next round.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Prime, I have a
So,
question for you. You said you and your wife are playing Split Fiction. Is she a gamer?
She'll say she's not, but she puts more hours in than I do. So
okay. The reason I asked is because some of the bosses in Split Fiction, I was like, I don't know if I could do this with someone who didn't understand game mechanics. Some of those bosses were like, I need someone who gets it.
So to be fair, she mostly plays Fortnite, but so she hasn't played like games like this before, and she was able to pick it up. She's even better at it than she is at Fortnite. She's not even that good at Fortnite. She's not really getting better. She just likes running around the world and looking at shit. She likes exploration. That's what, because of Zelda Breath of the Wild is the thing that opened her eyes to exploration and loving it. But this game isn't really about exploration, so it's a different kind of game. And she picked up the controls pretty easy. It's basically just like 2 buttons for most of the game.
That's true.
It's very easy to pick up, and there's a lot of teamwork involved in it. So you really feel like, especially when you're doing it with a partner, that like you're doing it. It really does feel like you're doing it together, not just one person dragging you through the level, like some games can make you feel. So yeah, she loves it. She wishes we had more time to play it. We should be done with it by now, but kids, life, work. we're barely playing it, but we are playing it. I'm hoping one of these nights we get to sit down and play it for like 5 hours straight. But okay. I think that's going to do it for that topic. I guess we got a little bit of time before I get to the Q&A section. I'll just briefly touch on this bonus topic we had. Mostly this is just about, we have some actual sales data for Switch 2. It's coming now, some official real data, not the finalized data for any of the territories, but we have retail data at least finalized for June. So Japan's final data went about 1.5 million Switch 2 sold in the month of June. That's just retail, does not include the My Nintendo store sales, so we don't know what that is. Only Nintendo does. We'll find that out on August 1st. Same thing is basically true in the US, where there is 1.6 million in sales, according to Circana in the United States. That doesn't count Canada or Mexico. Just the US is 1.6, and that also doesn't include the My Nintendo store sales. So whatever Nintendo sold directly, we don't know. So that puts it at 3.1 million just in those 2 territories. We obviously knew that it sold 3.5 million worldwide in 4 days. So in both territories that we have those sales for, not even counting the My Nintendo store sales, fastest selling ever in a given month. I think beat PS4 in the US was 1.1 million in the US in 2013 in November. And then I think it beat GBA. Actually, I think was the fastest selling.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance, yeah.
Yeah, so it beat GBA.
It might be the fastest selling, but it didn't sell every unit available on like the previous consoles.
It did in Japan. That's Japan. In Japan, it did. In the US, I don't really know. So like the US is weird because some places it's easy to get, other places it's impossible. You can't even find a Switch 2 here. Every time it's restocked, it's sold out.
Same here. Yeah.
It's been in stock all day. At Walmart, like all 3 bundles.
I saw a couple in Target the other day.
3 bundles is crazy.
Yeah, the DK Bananza that they had for DK Bananza's launch at my local Best Buy, they had 70 systems, and I wasn't even there for it. Obviously, I already have the system and already have Bananza. I was just doing some shopping, and by the time I got back up to the front, they were already sold out. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, they're moving really well, but it's not like impossible.
Yeah, no,
well, I think they had enough stock to continue stock.
Yeah.
Doug Bowser said that they have enough stock to get through the summer just fine. So they're doing regular restocks, which I guess what's throwing people off a little bit is that Nintendo's waited. Like they could have released the system months ago and they didn't. And so they have more stock than usual. So the restocks are faster than usual. And people just aren't used to it. They're used to systems just being sold out for like 6 months. And Nintendo's like,
happened during COVID.
We're actually like, I saw some arguments where people were talking about how, well, the sales aren't that impressive because you could just tell by the scalper prices not being very high. And it's like, wait a second. So Nintendo's
we like scalpers?
Nintendo meets demand. And so
I also think that, like you guys were saying earlier, Donkey Kong was not the right choice for a launch game, right? Mario Kart was, but it still wasn't a single player game of that caliber. So I think that as the Switch 2 gets more and more compelling software, which it obviously will, the sales are just going to keep getting stronger and stronger. So it's not like it's like this initial burst that's going to fall off. It's just going to pick up. And there's like people are, that have any Nintendo franchise they're interested in. When that game comes out, they're going to need to buy one.
I think word of mouth.
Nintendo games they're system sellers.
Yeah, I think word of mouth can help too because World has like kind of bad word of mouth right now.
Yeah.
But Donkey Kong doesn't. And I think as more people start hearing about how great this game is, it's going to make people want to pick up a Switch too.
Yeah. And I think those Pokemon bundles are going to give it a boost as well. People are going to be like, you know what? Like Scarlet and Violet didn't play that well. I already know that they play better on the next console. I really, what's more exciting than playing my favorite series on Nintendo's brand new platform?
Yeah. I bet there's a lot of people that only play Pokemon that weren't going to get a Switch 2 that are probably like, what the heck?
Sure. Totally.
Get it for $10
totally.
for the $60 version on Switch 1.
And then on top of that, right after Pokemon, like Nintendo's going to announce probably in whether it's this next direct that's rumored to be, by the end of this month or the September direct. The holiday game is usually the biggest game of the year. We do not have a holiday game yet. Nintendo's been keeping their games closer to their chest, shorter runway between announcement and launch. But I fully expect Nintendo to have a Switch 2 exclusive for the holiday.
I think Smash Brothers is going to come sooner than later.
I agree with that. I don't think it's this holiday, but I agree with you. I would not be shocked to have a Smash tease. I think it's unlikely to get a Smash tease by this September's direct, but it's possible. I think it's possible.
Is Sakurai's Kirby Air Rider, is that slotted for this year too?
Yes.
Golly. Come on, man. I only got one.
A lot of great games, but not like huge names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's really good for building up that really nice backlog.
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing.
The huge titles you can slot in. I mean, we also got Zelda Age of Imprisonment coming out. That's a Warriors game. It's not everyone's style. I love those games. Sure. So I will be playing that absolutely. So yeah, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. I didn't realize that was coming out this year too. Goodness.
Yeah. Well, technically the Warriors one is winter, so it could be a January game. I think it's going to land in December. I think the new what is it, Age of Imprisonment, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Age of Imprisonment. Yeah, I think we'll land in December. I'm really excited. It looks great. It's going to be Zelda Warriors with a good frame rate.
Finally, the story ties in as well.
Yeah. They could do some DLC for Mario Kart.
My boy Nintentalk wants to say something about Animal Crossing right now.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
I don't know if I
is that the holiday game, Nintentalk?
No, it's no. No, I think it's next year. I think they do something similar with Tomodachi Life where they do tease it a little bit. I don't think it's coming out in winter because like Animal Crossing is kind of a weird game to play in the winter, so I don't think it makes sense. So I think they tease it. But I think.
Do you think Animal Crossing even hits that hard because we're not like Animal Crossing blew up because of COVID?
Mm-hmm.
Because people wanted a coat. Like I've never liked Animal Crossing, so I still don't see the appeal of it. But I don't think Animal Crossing like goes that hard.
I don't think it's going to do the 40 million that
definitely not.
The last one did. But you got to remember, even before that, New Leaf was a 10 million plus seller, so it's going to sell very well. It
depends. Like if they give the casual gamers that really got obsessed with Animal Crossing. If they really brought in the things that they liked about it, like I could see it. But that's a game where you don't want to launch it till like 3 or 4 systems in. So the systems are easier for those casual gamers to get. And then it boosts. It's a huge bump in your system sales.
I think we're selling the next Animal Crossing short. And I understand there like circumstances with COVID obviously was massive for that game in its sales. But you got to ask, there's two questions you got to ask. The first one is, did that just create tens of millions of new lifelong fans who are going to want to be there for the series going forward? And second, the other part is, and the second part that's really interesting is that Nintendo's added features with Switch 2. I'm talking the game chat and like the camera features. Like, think about like Animal Crossing just needs some innovative advancements. That's all it needs to take it to the next level on Switch 2.
Well, I think they made a big mistake with the last one that if they make again will doom it, and that is to not have it be feature full and complete at launch.
They need it feature. They need it feature full. But I think, like, listen, I'm generally against like games as service. But if they treat Animal Crossing a little bit more, not making it a full games as service with like paid for seasons and battle passes and all that crap that's usually tied to those, but if they make it a little bit more of like this like ongoing living breathing game that's really built on friends and community, it could explode. It could be a 50 million.
The updates were huge for it. That was the main reason why.
I agree. I think they need to keep DLC coming for it to stay relevant, but I also think it needs to have a lot of the stuff that they marketed as DLC. It needs to have at launch, and then there's other new things that need to be steadily streamed.
Because the base game of New Horizons was not good. There was like nothing in it. Nate,
okay. So
back to you.
I'm actually really glad this came up because I'm actually going to end up throwing it back to Pat for a moment because we also know he's the resident Animal Crossing guy, co-host of the Slow Burn podcast, knows very well how much cozy games have really been blowing up, right? And Animal Crossing is like the de facto top, everyone plays that kind of game in that genre. So like I look at what GameBird said about underselling it, and it's like, well, you know, the one before this one sold 11 million, but cozy games still weren't as big a deal back then as they are now. They're a bigger deal today than they've ever been. And this is like the big one that everyone knows about, and everyone plays, and everyone enjoys at least the base core of what Animal Crossing is in that community. So obviously, you know, we want a more feature-rich game at launch, and we want obviously more consistent DLC. The DLC for that was fantastic, but then there was nothing after that, and that probably was because maybe they just realized, hey, we're towards the end of the gen, let's go right back to work and get the next one ready to go. So it's good. We can do constant content updates throughout Switch 2's gen. But I want to throw this over to Pat. Like, I'm curious about how well you think a new Animal Crossing. Let's say the rumors are true, and it is the big holiday game next year. This is pretty early in the gen, but also could be one of those DLC every year kind of games.
Yeah.
How well do you think it could possibly do? Because you're way more in tune with that audience than any of us here.
Yeah, I think Animal Crossing is like probably the top game that is going to sell units. Like, you think of games that people buy consoles for, there's a whole audience that aren't like, they only play Animal Crossing, similar to Pokemon. You know, they only play Animal Crossing. And I know a lot of people that follow me that are like, I'm not getting a Switch 2 until they announce that. So I think it's honestly a no-brainer. It's not even if, it's when, you know. And I even think that a New Horizons Switch 2 version would, like a Switch 2 version game would hit, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to sell as much as New Horizons, because I do think the pandemic definitely played a role in there. But I still think we're looking at like a 35 million seller. I think it's
crazy. Yeah, that's massive.
Do you think they're going to do a special edition Switch 2 for that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Imagine that's next holiday and it's paired with Gen 10 Pokemon, and that if say Gen 10's only on Switch 2, I don't even know. You're not going to find Switch 2's next holiday.
No, you're not.
You literally won't be able to find them.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So they created
Animal Crossing's a little bit more evergreen with sales too there. So
yeah. And I do think they should follow the same strategy where it's like a little light with content, because the monthly updates really kept people going. And yeah, that final 2.0 update, they just threw it all when they could have broken it up. But
this could get the updates coming faster.
Yeah. I had a video where I talked about this actually. I think Nintendo not only I think one of the main factors they're thinking of as they're releasing this games, we were talking about it, a lot of really high quality games like coming out like one after the other, but not very many of the huge names. And I think what they're doing is they don't want to sell out. They don't want it to be impossible to get. So they're they're putting out these good games, but letting the more hardcore fans have their chance. And then they'll put out some games like Animal Crossing or the next 3D Zelda, Gen 10 Pokemon when they're ready, when they know like, okay, all these people already have them. So if we announce this, we're going to get a huge sell, but not too much. Yeah. I think that's part of what they're doing.
Yeah. I also wonder for like the people that only buy for Animal Crossing, it's like if they announce it next summer, they might just start buying Switch 2s right away. So they're going to worry about the holiday rush.
Oh like as soon as they announce it,
for sure. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens. It's kind of crazy because like, you go before New Horizons, nobody was viewing Animal Crossing as a system selling kind of game. It's just that game you buy if you already have the system. No. Now it's like that genre has gotten so big. It is a system seller, just like Pokemon, Zelda, Mario. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, seriously, you told me when I was playing Animal Crossing on GameCube that it would be what it is today. Holy shit, I would say bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue it's like one of Nintendo's like top 4 IPs now.
At this point.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I mean, you see all like the marketing thing. You see Isabelle. You'll see Isabelle there.
If the thing tops 20-30 million, that officially will solidify it as it's a big consistent seller now.
Yeah,
because Splatoon's up there now too, 15 million seller every time, but hasn't cracked that 20 yet. So we'll see.
Like 8 Deluxe was the most selling game, but technically like the most selling original game.
They should add Donkey Kong to Animal Crossing.
They should add everything to it. They used to back then. Play NES games on it.
No, that was sick back in the day, man.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little arcade cabinets in my home. Oh, awesome. Bring it back. Come on, Nintendo. Let's go. Bring that stuff back. All right. Let's go ahead and get to the super chat, guys. This is your chance. If you guys haven't super chatted in yet, it doesn't matter what channel you're watching on. Get those super chats in, get your questions or statements in, and we'll get the reaction of the whole crew here. Got to start with Janky Kong. I think it's appropriate given today's headline topic. Bring back Mario Hoops. Come on. Basketball season's coming up. What are we doing?
I don't trust Mario sports games anymore.
Neither do I.
I need Mario Baseball back.
I'll say this. I enjoyed Mario Tennis Aces. The single player just needed to be
I liked Aces a lot. Yeah.
The gameplay was fantastic and the online tournament mode was great. Just that single player just I don't know what they just
So it's been half a decade since you've enjoyed a Mario sports game is what I heard.
Yes, the Mario Golf one that was a big letdown for me. It was a huge letdown. Although you know what? I fell off with Strikers. I enjoyed it at first, but then it just I don't know, something about it just didn't quite.
Hey, GameCube one's on NSO now. You're all set.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that one's a lot more fun. I played that. I was like, wait, what? This is great.
So speaking of Dexit, maybe this is why it was on my mind earlier when I brought it up. Demonic Brawler wants the National Pokedex back. Yeah. It's not happening. But I mean, look, they got rid of it. Everyone bitched, and then everyone still bought Pokemon. So they're not.
They kind of do add it now. They just do it slowly.
Well,
and via DLC,
yeah, it's just not ever what it wants. It'll never be exactly what it wants. They just don't really have a reason anymore.
I mean, I kind of like having no more than 400 in the base game because it is almost like too much.
That's what
the games were always like that. It was just they would let you transfer in Pokemon early.
I like the smaller. I've always liked the smaller.
We're always like that.
I've always liked the smaller ones instead of having the National Dex. And maybe this is just me going back to the early Pokemon days, even though, but it was a National Dex. Like, yeah, once it got overwhelming is when I stopped giving a shit. I always loved the guy to catch them all, and it really feels like I can catch them all when I don't have to worry about the National Dex.
Well, the National Dex is always post-game.
Yeah, I know. And me catching all the Pokemon's always post-game.
Yeah.
So I actually liked it when they got rid of it. I was one of the few people that liked they got rid of the National. Actually made me consider buying Pokemon again. But I wanted to buy Sword and Shield. I was so dedicated to getting it, and then unfortunately for them, I was at E3 that year and got to play the demo. And I played the demo, and I'm like, this is not.
I enjoyed Sword and Shield.
A lot
of odd ones out.
I think the game probably is good. The demo just so turned me off. I'm like, I think you just gave me a bad demo. It was a bad.
It's my least.
That's the game that started my channel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Scarlet and Violet started my
The
channel.
funny thing is, I've seen gameplay of it since, and I'm like, that looks so much better than the demo I played. Why did you demo the worst part of the game?
The demo was from 3 years before.
It demoed like a gym, and it
No,
was.
I think
really
Sword and
lame
Shield is
gameplay.
the worst mainline game in the series.
There you go. I haven't played it, so I can't comment on that. But all right.
What?
I did. The funny thing is, I did beat Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pro because I said I would, and I hated it. I hated every moment of that game.
Yeah, you should. That game sucks.
The only reason I even got through it is I was so frustrated. Someone felt mercy on me and traded me some level 100 so I could just fucking plow through the rest because I didn't want to fucking play anymore. It was so bad. I was having. They were like, "You're having such a bad time, man." I feel bad that you feel forced to play this. Let's just get you fucking through this.
Oh, Shiny Pro.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah, it was not good.
I liked it.
So the Demonic Brawler also said that he was disappointed there were no NSO drops during the Pokemon Presents.
Same. Yeah. Very
I
much
wonder if they save all NSO drops nowadays just for direct
Or
I think
random
so.
announcements. The way Nintendo
Probably the
does it.
anniversary will get some.
Maybe.
Well, Nintendo themselves already showed some GameCube games, some Pokemon GameCube games, and it was like, why show us that if you want
Coliseum
to
and
wait
stuff,
until next year anyway? So.
Yeah, because I think there was one of the rumored games. Wasn't one of the rumored games from Beat 'em Ups that was going to drop during the direct? Wasn't that Coliseum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, well, why would they do it that? Because they're going to do it at the Pokemon Presents. Well, they didn't do it at the Pokemon Presents, so
Yeah.
No.
maybe that's getting dropped if the direct happens.
That makes me happy. So they're not going to do it.
This one actually did surprise me that this hasn't happened yet. Maybe we're never getting another Let's Go game. You brought up, would have loved to see a Let's Go Johto.
Absolutely.
I was actually kind of shocked that we didn't get at least to the date, haven't had a new Let's Go game.
You
gotta think about this, is that there's primarily one team doing all this. So if they're also working on a remake of Black and White and they're also working on this Legends game, and then they had already dropped a Legends game after Let's Go, like when does Let's Go actually queue up to get full attention? They
pause on some. I don't know that. They're one of the most lucrative game companies in the industry with unlimited resources. They can.
Well, it's also a Pokemon Go.
There's a will.
tie-in.
There's a way.
It was bigger
it was a
back
Pokemon
then.
Go. Yeah, it made more sense because that's why it's Let's Go, because it was tied to the Go games. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if they ever bring back the Let's Go.
Let's Go Johto would be amazing.
Yeah, but then they'd have to add
Let's Go
Kanto
Pikachu.
onto the end of it as well.
But then also,
I would have preferred Let's Go Johto over the Diamond and Pearl remakes, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they hired,
Everybody would.
they hired a different studio for that though. So
I
the
know.
studio probably can do Let's Go, but I don't know. They should just get a team that can. They need to find a company they can work with that can do all the remakes and do a good job.
Not Ilka.
Yeah. Oh, here's the thing.
I
I
second
don't even want
that.
to be like it's bad. It was so low effort. At least it felt low effort compared to all the other ones they've done. But all the other ones were like done in house. So I don't know what I was really expecting.
Yeah.
It's the same game with better sprites, basically.
No, they intentionally made it bad to make Game Freak look better. Instead of just making better games.
It was propaganda the whole time.
I think it was an experimentation to see if they could like re-release games cheaply and have them sell a lot. And then it ended up selling pretty decent. And I was like, oh fuck, are they gonna start doing more of this now? But I think I don't know. Maybe they think if they do it in house, they'll get better sales. We'll see. I have no idea because we haven't seen the Black and White one that's supposedly rumored to be coming or leaked or whatever in the big leaks and all that. So we'll see what happens with that one,
dude. Even if they dropped, like, how Final Fantasy did like the Pixel Perfect collection,
that'd be fire.
If they dropped a Black and White 1 and 2 Pixel Perfect collection or any of the classics, oh man, it'd be so.
Oh, if they did a classic collection, that'd be like a 50 million seller.
Yeah, that would be the biggest Pokemon game ever sold.
Games are, and it'll hurt the sales of the trash they want to sell.
Yeah.
Oh,
damn.
All right. I'm just gonna feature this one quick because I gotta chug a beer here. Do you think Pokemon will ever feature streaking? Then maybe I'll buy it. We hit 69 in total super chat, so I have to chug a beer.
I think it will eventually.
Yeah, It will, because it'll glitch out and you'll just have to be naked.
There's gonna be no. Yeah, I mean, yes, but there's also gonna be a streaking Pokemon at some point. We're getting food as Pokemon now. We're getting garbage as Pokemon.
Yeah, they're all naked. Technically,
they're all naked. Yeah,
that's true.
Besides Machamp, right?
Exactly.
Underwear. Is that underwear? Or is it not?
You think those are all arms?
He wears a Speedo.
Hey, Stash, man, you want to take over featuring the super chat so I can take care of my beer?
Do what?
Feature the super chat so I can take care of my beer. You have access.
Switch it out for a shot.
Yeah, I've never done that. You want to give me a live training?
Sure. You know how you can look at the chat?
Yeah.
The live chat in the back end? Look at the top. There's a thing called starred.
Okay, where are you at?
And you can just click
the next one.
Yeah, just go to the next one. Jimzo. Yeah. Just go down the line. They automatically get added.
Okay, new Fire Emblem for Switch 2 as a future.
No, we don't need any more Fire Emblem games.
It's getting announced at the
Whoa!
next Direct.
Whoa, dude!
Bro, we got like 17.
My chug. What? Wait, what?
We got like 17. We don't need anymore, bro. Just relax.
Wasn't there a rumor of like a remake?
Wait a second. Aren't you excited for the new Pokemon game?
Yeah.
How many Pokemon games
Talking about
you
their
got?
17, right?
That doesn't count.
How many new mainline Fire Emblem games are on Switch? It's been out for like 9 years.
400.
2,000.
How? There's only been 2.
Engage, 3 houses,
two.
and 3 hopes.
Engage doesn't even count.
Oh, that's a Warriors.
Warriors game. It's a spinoff. There's 2.
Okay.
There's 2 mainline. That's
You
like
want
saying
more?
we get too,
Relax.
that's like saying we get too much Zelda. What are we doing?
Relax.
Wait, Fire Emblem is basically Pokemon with people.
I gotta take this call. You guys are
Got the
crazy.
rock, paper, scissors element to it.
He's got a call. Well, we can tell he really doesn't like Fire Emblem. We got that part out. Holy shit.
I'll just say I expect Fire Emblem soon.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe the
I
big
think it's a
holiday
given.
game.
It's the next
Yeah,
mouse
I had
control
an
game.
employee that updated his LinkedIn that was apparently working on one earlier this year.
All right.
By the way, I have
next
not
one.
earned the privilege to share super chats yet, but
You don't have. I gave you access. You have the same access.
kidding.
He does.
I'm
You
kidding.
fucker.
No
Yeah, I
big
wanna
spoilers
see
for
a Star
DKB,
Fox
but
or a Kid Icarus with mouse controls.
give us a general idea. Where's the weirdest place you've ever found a banana peeling game in real life? Please,
Don't
love
ask
the show.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
In game and in real life. Okay.
Without giving spoilers, that's tough to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the coolest ones are always going to be like pretty spoilery.
Oh, actually, no, I don't even want to give that one away. Damn. I was going to say one of the little challenges.
I will
that
say what I
is,
said earlier, that like the hidden ones in the bonus challenges are always pretty fun.
The one that's like a
I like the
throwback to Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
you know the one
throwback
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one. I can't spoil it. That's the best one.
Yeah. If you play the original games, you'll be
That's a
able to
good
find
one,
one
yeah.
of the bananas.
Exactly.
But the question is, guys, the weirdest place.
You know,
The
Not
weirdest
the best,
place
the weirdest place you've found a banana
In real life. It
in
says.
real life.
in real life too. Yeah. Game slash in
We
real
can't
life.
talk about that.
Jake, I'm looking at you, buddy.
I don't think I should be allowed to talk about this one.
So it's that bad of a story. He's snickering over there. It's that bad of a story. Huh?
He's all my parents are watching.
I don't need
tonight,
to
I
tell
can't say.
the one that everyone can guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me, it's probably the tailpipe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
Beverly
tailpipe?
Hills Cop.
you're
man.
adventurous.
Oh yeah, baby.
Good tail.
Banana in the tailpipe.
Beverly
That was
Hills
a great
Cop.
scene.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest place that? And I've had one in real life that I've seen.
I'll just go on a limb and say it. My ass.
We were all thinking it.
I mean, if that's a story in your life, that's
You
interesting.
cowards.
We can
You
explore that
coward.
later. Actually, I don't know. I don't think I need to know more than you put a banana in your ass. Yeah.
You don't need
Wait,
to.
wait.
but
Was
do you
this
want
with the
to?
wife or before? That's a question I want to know.
I knew we'd ask.
With
For
the
me-
wife, come on.
Can't help himself.
You notice he's not answering. He's like, I don't know if I want to give that answer.
He's like, that's how I met my wife.
Yeah, it's the story of how we met. We got to keep that private. Let's see. Weirdest place, banana. This is I don't know. This is weird because I didn't expect it. So you know how like you go, you have like boats and you're like a speedboat. And there's like this area where you can put like the fish in it and stuff when you're fishing. For some odd reason, I was out fishing one day drinking beers, and the guy wanted me to go and check the fish. And I opened it up and there was fucking a bunch of bananas in it. I'm like, what the fuck are the bananas doing with the fish? And then we did a fucking drinking game. Whoever lost had to eat one of the bananas that now tasted like fucking fish.
Was this guy's name Void Kong by chance?
Should have been.
He just keeps losing the drinking game on purpose to eat more bananas.
That tastes like fish. By the way, I lost and it was fucking nasty. I threw up over the side of the boat. It was gross.
Is that why you hate the sound of people chewing bananas?
No, I think that's why I don't like to taste the fish anymore. Like I just can't eat fish anymore after that. Oh man. I say that I'll still have cod because it doesn't even taste like fish. That's chicken of the sea.
All right. Demonic Brawler. Remix will be called Pokemon White 1+2 and Pokemon Black 1+2. 2 games featuring both versions of White on one and both of Black on the other.
That sounds cool, but no. That sounds too cool to happen.
That's like what we want, but
Exactly.
We want
We're
it
not
to
getting
all
it.
happen. Yeah.
What? They're gonna give us all in one? Do you know what company we're talking about?
Right.
They're gonna be like, you guys don't need that. Just take the janky version.
Pokemon White Deluxe.
What they need to do is they need to make the next Pokemon game more like Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh God!
Hold on, let me finish.
Because what are we talking about?
Hold on. Wait, let me
Fire
finish.
Emblem Engage is like red and blue.
Hold on, no, because you got all 3 campaigns on one cartridge. Put both versions in one cartridge, and you get 2 playthroughs.
Oh, they would never do that,
right?
No,
and then
because
you
that
can
means
trade
they get
amongst
less
yourself.
money.
They would make it so they would have a Black and White 3, but the only way to get it is to buy both Black and White 1 and 2, Black 1 and 2, and White 1 and 2, and you have to play all the way through them both just to have the privilege to buy the Black and White 3 DLC for the same price.
The privilege.
And if you
Just
don't get
charge
it, you're broke.
$100.
Exactly.
Mustache Man, I'm sorry.
All right. I think there's more to the ranking night battles.
Hopefully.
And then you put another one in right after. I want to see the third stages of starters and megas.
It is
too.
wild. We only
But
got
it's too-
one mega in that trailer.
Yeah, we
One
don't
new-
know what the new forms for the starters look like.
We're not getting that until like maybe a week before, not a week, excuse me, a month before, maybe.
Yeah.
We're not getting that. We're not getting that.
There'll probably be a dedicated ZA direct.
Yeah, I think that's what I was saying was like, even though we're talking about what we haven't seen with ZA, like we also have to remember how they drip feed the trailers, because there's going to be one trailer that's going to show. Like think about even with Donkey Kong Bonanza, like we didn't really know a lot, and then we got that one long treehouse, and then, even then, that's not everything. Like I didn't even watch that because I was like, I don't need to watch that. I'm buying the game, and I bought the game, and I was like, I didn't know that half the stuff was in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking back, that was true for like Tears of the Kingdom until that Aonuma event 1 month before the game came out. We really didn't. We barely do anything.
We didn't know about the depths
At
Yeah,
all.
Yeah, at
Yeah,
all,
that's
which is crazy.
Yeah.
So
I remember playing the game early, and I was like,
how much you saw with the game earlier, Nate, was just really you were just trying to have a contradictory opinion for the podcast.
What are you talking about?
Earlier, when you were saying, you know what, guys, like what they've shown of us of Legends Arceus doesn't look fun. I'm not sold.
No,
And we
I
were all
won't.
like, yeah, but they haven't shown so much. And then
Yes.
you kept arguing. Yeah.
No, that wasn't
It's
trying to be
different
contradictory.
now.
No. How is it different now? Because I said there's going to be a direct a month before. I never said it was going to be good.
Well, no, you said Tears of the Kingdom didn't show anything until right before, and then
Yes. The contradictory opinion is the Zelda team is always consistently delivered, and the Pokemon team doesn't.
I also think that I agree with Nate on this one.
Well, also,
I
Nate
think
would buy
that
anything Zelda too. Like,
well, Zelda, I think that there was something to the mystique around it in the mystery.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's watching Z and be like, oh, it's so mysterious.
They didn't even give us a name of Tears of the Kingdom.
What
for
am I
the
going to
longest time.
discover when I play this?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I think it's more of like, oh, what's this going to be like? But like, there's a mystique to Tears of the Kingdom. There was so much like, I don't know.
Also, it was a sequel to Breath of the Wild, which helps because Breath of the Wild everyone loved for the most part.
Yeah, you love Pokemon Arceus, though.
I did. Yeah.
You
get him, Jay.
Jake is my guy.
Yeah, I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon Arceus. Good thing this isn't a direct sequel to that.
Get him, Nate.
It's literally it is a continuation of the series by the same team.
Okay. And I loved Gen 1 and 2, and I didn't like Gen 3. What's your point?
You didn't like Gen 3?
Blasphemy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of
Well,
weird.
I don't think
You made my point for me, sir.
I don't know how I made your point for you. It's not a direct sequel just because it's in the same series. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not the only person that is not excited about ZA that loved Arceus.
I agree.
You're not. But also,
I'm not excited about it.
You didn't like
I'm
Gen 3,
intrigued.
so that's kind of weird.
What's kind of weird?
That's kind of weird. You didn't like Gen 3 Pokemon. That was actually like peak Pokemon.
Oh, Gen 3's peak.
Yeah, that's
my
literally the
favorite.
pinnacle.
Well,
yeah.
I think. I'm trying. When did Gen 3 come out? What year was that?
04 maybe.
I think it was 2003.
Was it 3 or 04? Either way, to be fair, I was probably knee deep in some pussy back then, so I probably.
Oh yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Women,
high school days. So I probably stopped caring about Pokemon in high school. Anyways,
I graduated that year.
It probably wasn't the Gen's fault.
03.
It was just where I was at.
2003. Yeah.
Yep.
He was seeing the gym leader.
I knew
It is
it.
crazy.
I've seen that boot up
Crazy.
screen so many times.
We're
I knew
a
it
year
was
apart. I
2003.
graduated in 05. Crazy.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
All right. Bring
Damn,
back
that's old.
NFL Blitz, NBA Jam, and NFL hits.
Yeah.
Yes.
NBA Jam.
Hell
would be
yeah.
good.
NBA Jam would be insane, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like they've tried to bring it back, but it just never hit.
EA owns the license to Jam. They're not doing shit with it.
Story of EA.
Yep. Classic EA. So
What do they
maybe
have
one
now?
day.
NBA. What it was
Playground.
similar playground. Oh god,
It's
yeah.
trash.
Yeah,
Spike's
Why
okay.
can't this is another example of why can't we get like a cool collection? Just throw all the classics on
Licensing.
the collection.
Yeah,
it's
Because their
Bullshit.
money is going towards the other games that we don't care about. And
Yeah.
Apex Legends.
Licensing the player's contract. A lot of stuff that goes into it, fortunately.
It
Put
is.
some just add some pixelation on all the players' faces. Keep the
And their
mechanics
jerseys
in the core game the
and their
same.
moves
I'm cool with
Yep.
and
it.
their stats.
No
Just everything
names.
has to do with
That's what we used to have to do in NBA Live, create Jordan. You have to do the creative player because he wasn't, of course, in the game.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
So
that
just
was
give
like
him all
the
max
all the
99
baseball
stats.
games. Barry Bonds was never allowed to be in them either.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's see here. Another one from Demonic Brawler. What if it's like Donkey Kong Bonanza looked okay until the direct?
it. Did
I do agree with this actually.
That's
it
my
did look
point I was
good
saying
until
earlier.
I did the direct? Yeah.
What if
Yeah,
what's
it kind of reminds me of like Pokemon
He's
Legends.
talking about Pokemon, like because we've talked about concerns with Pokemon.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Oh,
saying what if
when
it's
the
like
direct
Donkey
comes out,
Kong,
now it's like
where
the
it
direct.
looks okay, but then when the direct comes out, we're like, oh shit, this is going to be the best
This is-
Pokemon ever.
again? 3D
Exactly.
Mario theme,
Exactly.
Game Freak. I'm sorry that I don't have any faith in Game Freak. I don't know why this is a controversial.
No,
thing.
you know I'm messing with
You
you.
shouldn't.
I think your opinion's valid.
Yeah.
I know you fuck with me.
There's definitely shit they didn't show yet, but I don't think it's gonna be like life changing
I
stuff.
haven't had you on.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that'd be like this changes everything. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Because they would have showed it.
But it's Game Freak. I think that temper your expectations. There's potential for this to be a fantastic entry. There's potential for it to whiff. We'll find out. It's only a few months
I agree.
away.
Well, no,
I don't
soon.
think
I
it's
do
gonna
think
whiff.
it's a coin toss. I think that's a good way to put it.
I don't think it's gonna whiff. I think it's gonna hit.
I already
Stronger
I
than-
don't-
do you think
I
it's
don't
gonna hit
expect
stronger than
release towards
Arceus?
that.
No, because
I think
Arceus was the first time. Just like people don't think Tears of the Kingdom hit harder than Breath of the Wild. I do. I have a Tears of the Kingdom
That's
tattoo.
ridiculous.
I have Robert Rue's
Tears of the
handprint right
Kingdom.
here. I don't
Hell
have
yeah,
Breath of the
dude.
Wild tattooed on me. You
Hell
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So
Tears of the Kingdom totally hits.
The Pokemon Switch 2 bundle, though, that's such a good idea. Like,
I think
that
Legends
alone.
I would have loved Joy-Cons, man. That just pisses me off.
Yeah, they should have done something.
I think Zaw's
You
gonna
know,
sell
there's
better.
going to be so many Pokemon. I'm sure they will at some
I think it'll sell Beller too.
It has to. It's on
Yeah,
two
It will,
consoles.
because it has the whole life cycle
on two
of the
consoles,
Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They did multiple Pokemon
Yeah.
editions
That's
for
awesome.
the Switch 1.
Plus the
There's
bundle,
2
yeah.
Switch Lights and 2 Switch ones. That
Scarlet
all
and
have-
Violet one, and what other one?
Let's
I hope
go.
they,
Let's
Oh
go
yeah,
ahead.
And
that was
then
became
the 2
rare. I
Switch
think.
Lights.
so,
What's that?
someone just mentioned Joy-Cons. I agree with you. Who said that? So I heard it just a moment ago. Oh yeah,
Me.
I 100% agree with you. I hope they don't. I feel like Nintendo dropped the ball a little bit with like themed controllers last gen. The Pro controllers especially were disappointing to me.
Very.
Obviously, I think the Xenoblade one is cool and the Splatoon, but like I hate how the bulk of the color, it's just the grips on the
Yeah.
controller.
Yeah, I
You know,
agree.
you get a little design on the face of the controller.
Yeah.
I hope with the new controller design, we get like some more flair.
I think the Zelda one was
This
good.
is so fun.
Yeah,
It was
here's the
good.
thing
Yeah, the
going
other one
with
was
that.
great. That one was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I really
They have a
liked that.
really good opportunity to bring back the Fantastic series,
Absolutely.
seeing
dude.
as how next year is 30 years for the 64.
Oh,
Dude,
that'd
good
be
time to bring 'em back.
bring back the watermelon, the
Transparent.
apple, and the
Oh my
atomic
God.
purple.
Because
All
all the
that
kids,
stuff.
all the kids that grew up with it, us, have
Yeah.
money now and can buy them.
Yeah, I'm buying it immediately.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But that's
Yeah.
I was when Switch came out, I was for certain, especially since it was like that smoky transparent plastic. I'm like, dude, they're bringing back fantastic colors.
That was
for
like the
this. I'm
first thing
getting
people
all
were
the
doing
Nintendo
to mod
64
their
toys.
Joy-Cons.
We never got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
They need to make official GameCube colored Joy-Cons too.
Right.
Oh, dude.
question?
please.
Has
And
anybody
NES.
found any really good third-party Joy-Cons? Not controllers. I have hella controllers, but like Joy-Con, like magnetic ones. Haven't you found any good ones yet?
I haven't
Like,
even
who do you
seen
guys
any.
think when you first
I don't
been
know
bought-
of any that exist yet. I haven't.
There's
been
I don't know
None that
any either.
exist
I
yet.
think that magnet's hard for a lot of companies to get right with that strength. I think we just haven't seen it yet. But I think like Benbach maybe. I remember when the Benbach came out and everybody was like freaking out over it. I'm just curious.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Yeah, I haven't
I
even
haven't
seen
seen
anything
anything.
announced yet.
Nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing announced. I'm
I'm
keeping
sure
my
there's
eyes
companies
peeled.
working on it, but yeah.
I've gotten full like pro controller type controllers that work for Switch 2, but I've I've seen those, but not.
I
seen
finally
them.
got some controllers sent to me that can actually wake up the console. Finally, like third-party
Mm-hmm.
ones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Not even the
Games
Switch One controllers
does
can do that.
I think
The
so.
official Pro controller,
What is it?
Yeah.
like the official Switch One Pro controllers, can't wake up the Switch.
Yeah, I
2.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it. Okay.
I got third-party ones sent to me, and that's their big selling point that it can wake up the console. It's just like
Yep.
okay.
Is it this one?
I don't know what the hell they are. One of them.
I got one too that can do that.
I don't have any third party
Also
controllers.
another.
I have so many.
I'm actually surprised. I've
I
had
get
them
them sent to me.
but I've had no controllers sent yet. Besides,
The Cuban 2.
They're these right here.
The
They're called
Genki
like.
sent
Oh,
Yeah.
I have that. Yes, I love these. Look, I have it. It's so beautiful.
Ghoulie Cat?
Oh my god, this is why I've been playing Donkey
Gilcat.
Kong.
It looks like a
I'll go
toy.
get-
I gotta be real.
It
looks like a-
does. It's beautiful.
but yeah, this
And then
is
I
the
got
one that there's an
pink one.
embargo on, I guess, until August or July for this one. But yeah, they sent me these.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I got it in pink, and I got this one. I made my video on this one. I love it so much.
That's awesome.
hey,
Yeah, I like
I
that
worked
one.
with you before to do a big giveaway company. Where's my controller? God damn it.
I have so much shit. Sent
Maybe
to
it's
me.
because of that
Crazy.
big giveaway. You don't want to work with me anymore. I understand.
All right, Demonic Brawler again, $2 super chat for 30 years now. I just want to catch them all.
Hell yeah, brother. That's
Yeah,
me
yeah,
too.
That's what I love.
Where
He
did
wasn't
we
even
all,
talking about Pokemon either.
Where did we all start? Did anyone start on Red and Blue?
Gen 1, yeah.
Yeah, I started.
Dude,
Yeah, I
I started.
started learning blue.
That's how I learned how to read. 'Cause my
Yeah,
brother-
I,
my
mean,
big
I really
brother
think
had-
that's probably how I learned how to read as well, man. I don't know how the hell I beat that game. as a
Video
little kid.
games helped, I'm sure, my reading
Yeah.
comprehension dramatically.
Oh, my literacy definitely because of video games. Got to figure out what certain words meant and like.
I've always said that. Video games really help with that.
Pat, I gotta ask you,
That's
Pat.
why I
You
know
drop
what
those kind of
effective is.
jokes on the Slow Burn podcast too?
I shoot some in there. Yeah.
Okay. I listened to a couple episodes. I didn't hear any like that. That's why I was like, well,
I caught it.
Love it.
All right, Demonic Brawler, another $5 super chat. To be honest, I'm a Pokemon fan. Been playing the hell out of Scarlet Violet way before Switch 2. Still have fun, even though it was broken. But I will pass on Pokemon AZ for now.
That's surprising.
Really?
Pokemon Arizona.
Well,
You can get through Scarlet Violet. You can do ZA.
You can definitely get through. Yeah,
but I can see how
had to
people
stop playing Scarlet
can be
Violet.
fatigued as well, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens when the game comes out. We'll see if
Yeah.
Demonic Brawler is still willing to pass on it or not, or if Demonic Brawler will give in.
Maybe the direct
to
will
the
sell
hype.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's what they're for. Oh, this is an interesting next one. Okay. Boo Mini, I request 1 minute of ThunderStash Gaming ASMR crunching on his food.
And this is when everyone leaves.
I'll be quiet.
I wish it was a banana.
Oh, good crunch.
Okay. That's enough. I'm not going to do it for 4 minutes.
You gotta pay extra for that.
That is the craziest super chat, by the way. I like that, Boo Mini. All right. Demonic Brawler back. Kirby sucks and blows. Good games, though.
Fair.
Just a fact.
Fair.
It's
Right.
fact, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of its thing.
Can't argue with that.
Demonic Brawler again. Show me DK in Kong Bananza beating up Astrobot.
We got a power scale DK after this game because it's a little crazy.
yeah.
I wonder what DK's going to be like in Smash, the new Smash.
Bro, if he can oh my god.
The new
All
different
different main.
forms.
The Smash
You could
attack
do
should be
the
interesting.
forms. That would be sick.
I mean, they didn't
Or-
give Mario Cappy in Smash, you know?
The
Yeah.
game was already in development, was it not?
Yeah. People are saying that Smash might not be in development yet. Is kind of the prevailing theory at the moment. So if it's not,
I don't
then
think that's
you
personally
can consider the forums. But
It definitely has
no
to
idea.
be.
Yeah.
I think it's been worked on for at least
Right.
a year.
Yeah.
I think so. I think
But
Kirby's
what's the
been
roster?
done. For the new Smash Bros?
Like what do we start? Are we just gonna build on the best Smash game of all time? Again, like we can't
I
do
wouldn't
that.
do that. If I was them, I would do a reboot.
You got to
me
reinvent
too.
every character's moves, I feel.
Yeah.
I think what
Yeah.
they should do is they should drop a Smash Ultimate Deluxe version for Switch 2, just like with all the DLC for $100. Because I'd buy that because I didn't buy every single DLC character. Do that, and then you can start. I don't need. I can live
Where
off
have I
that for
heard
like a
that
couple years.
before?
Well, let's make a 70.
I know.
Calm down.
Right.
I've been saying this since
No,
last.
if I'm talking about all the DLC, all the added on characters. it would
Yeah,
have to be
we
like
just
$100.
need all that negative feedback for the $100 game. I think that would be good. I do think that they got to reboot it, and then I don't know what crazy ideas Sakurai is going to have because he said he has some ideas if Nintendo will let him do it. But I think one of them is obviously all the base characters like Mario, they all have to have completely new movesets. They got to redo all of that.
I think it needs a really cool game mode that we've never seen before. I think they should double down on story. Bring back something like the
Yeah,
Subspace
that's what
Emissary.
We need
but
Waluigi,
way
dude.
better. Listen, having the biggest roster doesn't necessarily make it the best game. I think Ultimate's been the best game, and the roster is a huge part of that. But I think he could reinvent the series and grow from there for when we get new entries. And I think that would be really exciting. You know,
It would also be a really good way if they keep the roster tight at first for Nintendo to promote some of their first party games, like if they made a new Star Fox, or like if they didn't have Star Fox in the base roster and they announced him with the new game, they could take that Smash Brothers effect and use it for just themselves while they're building up the roster, and then let other people in on it down the road. But they could kind of take full advantage of it that way.
Yeah. Dude, we could get a Zelda from Echoes of Wisdom who's like summoning the familiars.
Oh my god.
And that sounds really cool to me.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
You don't even like Fire Emblem. What are you
throwing a
know?
bunch of beds everywhere?
That will be
wanna
the
see
tech. I
Gino.
mean, we have Steve, so that will be the tech. Just throw beds, whatever.
All right. Free Metroid hat. Member for 22 months, by the way. I have all the Battle Network games physically, and I love them. Such great games. Yeah.
So I am not a physical collector by any means. There are only certain. I get every Bayonetta game physically because I love Bayonetta, and I actually ended up buying Battle Network physically. And I Legacy Collection. I do not buy games physically because I do not care. It's not that big of a deal to me.
How did I miss
don't hurt
that
me.
they put Battle Network Legacy on Switch? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I'm a
Are you
huge
serious?
Hitman fan.
Like 2 years ago.
I
right?
missed that.
Maybe a little
bro,
longer.
it's
Maybe
completely
three.
great. 2.5, 3 years ago. Yeah, it's like in a direct, just casually.
You still
Just
find that?
casually.
You want to be playing those games portably, like
Yeah,
that's part of the
Absolutely,
appeal.
dude.
I literally tweeted them like probably once a quarter for like the past couple of years, and then they finally
That's
did it. And I was
awesome.
like, sweet.
It came
All I
out
wanted.
April 2023 was the release date.
Yep.
So a little
Phenomenal
over
game.
2 years ago.
Oh wow! It's only $26 on
Not
Amazon.
bad, wow.
I bought it
Phys-
full
for physical?
price. Immediately. Yeah. The
Is that
physical.
is that for ESRB
support
or Peggy?
ESRB on Amazon. I saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
on sale.
that's
It's
a
always
good
on.
deal.
It's a Capcom game. It's a Capcom Legacy game. So they I knew it was gonna go on sale, but I wanted the game immediately.
Are all the games on
Absolutely.
the cartridge?
Wow.
It held its value for a very long time.
Yeah,
though.
and
It
it
did, it
literally
did.
has both versions of the dual version ones too. So
Yeah, it's really
technically
cool.
Like
Between
nine
them,
or more.
Tons of content. Tons.
and there's an online multiplayer component on it that's really cool. And there's like this underground Battle Network scene, and they went freaking nuts. It was a great day for them.
Pokemon
well
should
worth
take
it.
note.
Right? Because it's ready.
Yeah, well worth it. Great comment. Free Metroid hat.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
should pick it up if you're interested. Tons of value there.
Yeah.
Demonic Brawler back with another super chat for $5. Everyone assumes 3D Mario will be delayed because of Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I say it's a new Nintendo. What if they've been working on both? Team 3D Mario for 2026.
They 100%
I agree.
have.
I mean, yeah.
They
Yeah,
could.
I think
there's nothing after that. They could. They could.
I think they've been working on the new Mario for 2 years. That's what I
Okay.
think.
Well, because they put out
What dev cycle are you giving them? You giving them a Nintendo dev cycle where there is no actual timeline, or are you giving them like a normal 4 to 5 year if they've been working on it for 2?
I feel like they started working on it as soon as they were
He is
finished with
nodding,
Bowser's Fury.
I'm thinking.
well, they had Wonder come out. They were probably working on both.
Yeah.
I'm
Watch they line it up. It's coming out the same time as 3D Zelda. They're gonna double it up same year
Oh my
again.
God.
Odyssey team didn't work on Wonder, right?
Mm-mm.
No,
Yeah, so that would
No.
separate teams anyway,
no, yeah. Odyssey team did Bowser's Fury,
which was really
and
fun.
then
I
and then-
replayed it the other day, actually.
Donkey Kong Bonanza, obviously. So, yeah.
So we all
they-
think 2026.
I think
No.
it's possible it could be next year. To me, it all depends on like when was Donkey Kong Bonanza done.
Allegedly, it's been done.
Yeah, that's like if Donkey Kong Bonanza has just been like done for like a couple of years,
It has been.
then it's like okay,
heard.
well
I know.
they probably started working on 3D Mario before it was done.
Yeah.
So yeah, in theory, could be next year, and it would be good because the same year as the Mario movie. So like that could be like a nice little lineup to have that in the same year. But
I just realized that was
also
next
one
year.
of it's also one of those that like they're not going to rush it. Like
Yeah.
No, no need to.
it'll be when it's done. It's done. So if it is done for next year, it'll come out. But
They
2027.
could even do like Mario Maker or something weird.
Yeah, there could be other things they do too. Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
they go back to back side scrollers and they get another side scroller out or something. It's
Mm.
just one of those that like Nintendo is the only company that is not going to rush something out just because the timing makes sense.
Yeah.
So if it's done, yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing. I think September will be telling. I think bare minimum we're going to get a 40th anniversary direct, if not a normal direct. And if it's not in there, then I don't think it's next year.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, we'll know soon.
Guys, I'm gonna have to head out a tiny bit early. I got to get my kids to bed. Thank you so much
you're
for
good,
having
man.
me. It was nice.
You want to tell
talking
everyone?
meeting you guys.
Yeah,
Tell
plug
everyone where to
yourself,
find you real
brother.
quick.
Mr. Robot
He's
Joe
like-
on YouTube. Same social
thought he
media.
was
I don't know.
what's
I'm not
the
good at
no.
this stuff, man. I'll see you guys soon,
We'll,
though.
we'll tell them for you.
All right, peace out, guys.
Have a good night,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, Mr. Robot Joe on YouTube. I've been subscribed to him actually for, I don't know, a couple of years. Long before I met him on the show. Nice guy. Good channel. All right. Kartkin. Metroid Prime 4 might release in November. Too late for Game of the Year anyways. It would be mine.
Yeah.
I
think they want to push it out before though, because that's not going to be their fall game, right? That's not their holiday game.
So here my thought process is there's got to be a Switch 2 exclusive for holiday.
Is Metroid Prime 4 not exclusive to Switch?
No.
No. It has
It's
the
Switch One,
performance
yeah.
and
I
quality
kind of
modes.
feel like it's good. I kind of feel like Metroid Prime 4 is either going to be in the same month as Pokemon because it's just a totally different game that hits on a completely different audience, or September. But I don't think it's going to be in November. It can be in November, and there can be another game that pairs with it. It's one of those games where you can do that. I kind of feel like the weird thing is from someone I trust, they told me that like they're not done with the game yet, and so I'm like a little worried that maybe it gets pushed a little, but we'll see. Obviously, again, the next Nintendo Direct could be next week. And that will be
Dude, if they delay that again, people are gonna go crazy.
People are gonna freak out if it's delayed to 2026.
There's no way they do. Yeah, that's
well, especially because it's a Switch 1 game. Like it's like going into the next year, Switch 2 will have already been out for a while. I mean, honestly, I hope it. I doubt it, but I hope they come out with a bundle for this game with Switch 2, with the Switch 2 edition of the game, with a Metroid themed Switch too. Because I feel like historically, this game not being a system seller, I mean, no Metroid game has passed 5 million units, right? None have passed 5 million, right?
Yeah,
Prime games.
Well, the best-selling Metroid game ever is 3.1 million. So
yeah, there you go. So I feel like if they were to do a bundle around the holiday, let's just say like in December or something like that, and package it in, that's an opportunity for people to be like, hey, I don't have a Switch 2 yet, but I really want one. There's a bundle. I've never played a Metroid game. I don't care that much, but I'm getting the Switch 2 version discounted for $50. I'll try it. And then, it's an opportunity for people to pick up a console with a game who normally wouldn't buy a Metroid game because they've never played it or even heard of it. And that potentially brings new people in. Now they have a cool sci-fi first-person shooter that it touches on the mouse controls, and then they could pick up their Mario Karts and their Bananzas and Pokemons and whatever else.
Well, they're already doing, and it's already announced they're doing the Pokemon bundle.
Right.
So that one's announced for October already. I mean,
I have the Mario Kart.
I think they're bundling all of the Switch 2
December,
games for this launch. I think for the first year, they're going to bundle all of the games that they're dropping that are like their bigger ones because they know that there's sticker shock. I think that
but
Pokemon's going to bundle
per time period. So like the first few months is Mario Kart, then it's probably Pokemon, and I don't see them overlapping that, but they could.
That's fair.
I don't know. Don't you guys think that bundling Metroid would be advantageous for them?
I think
since it's not a seller.
I mean, they did it with the Horizon Forbidden West. That's what PlayStation did.
The problem is then if Metroid is getting limited sales, you're taking out the profit margin by that bundle takes $20 off the Switch 2 edition price.
I just feel like if someone sees Mario Kart bundle, Pokemon
Will
bundle,
they,
and
though?
Metroid, I don't think they're picking the Metroid one.
Well,
it's not
and that's
Mario.
the other thing is like they didn't have a Donkey Kong bundle.
That is true, which is crazy.
So they're picking one game per time period. It kind of backs that up.
But here's the thing: I don't think Donkey Kong needed a bundle. Mario Kart, obviously, the appeal is that it's the launch title. You want that bundle, but also we know that's a limited bundle.
Well,
is
Pokemon
that bundle
doesn't
available on
need a
Christmas?
bundle
We
either.
don't know. Maybe it is. It would be
yes.
smart to have
I think it will be. I think it will be.
Right. It would be smart to have it, but we do know it's a limited time bundle. At least that's how they've advertised it. It's limited time.
I mean, every year for for Christmas they've
Pokemon
had the
bundles
8
sell
deluxe
out, in my opinion.
Switch bundle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Pokemon, I think, is going to sell out. I think those bundles are going to fly off the shelf.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just curious if that benefits Metroid, because this game's been in development for so long. No one bought Prime 1 Remastered, even despite the fact that it was one of the highest, if not the highest reviewed game of that year. And the development's been how many years now? 8 years in development. This game
too long.
Would a bundle be beneficial? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just curious because like I hope that the word of mouth, I hope this game is like a 96 or a 97. I hope people are like, this is, the game that defines mouse mode and all that stuff. And I've heard nothing but good things from people who've played a very small vertical slice of the game. But obviously this is a series that I love and I'm passionate about. I'd love to get more eyes on it and more hands on it for that matter.
I think like an amiibo and maybe a pro controller, even though they're kind of trying to sell the mouse control. So I don't know, but
sure,
something like that.
Maybe it's multiplayer.
That's what I was saying, like
might be a
mouse like grip.
That would be cool because there's not even an official one yet.
Yeah,
there's third party.
Yeah, there's a guy 3D printed them. They look sick.
What about multiplayer mode, guys? You think there's a multiplayer mode that
Yeah.
hasn't been announced yet for Prime 4?
Oh,
And
dude,
then
I've been
But-
championing for this.
Like I'm not a hardcore like online multiplayer. It depends on the game. Obviously, there's certain games that I do enjoy it, like Diablo and stuff like that. But I've never been crying for multiplayer in Metroid, but I'd love to see it just for the benefit I think it would give the series.
If they added it, it would be the best selling Metroid of all time. I think so.
Yeah. Maybe that's the secret that we don't know about.
that
What do
could be
you
what-
you've played it, Stash? Do you think there's a possibility based on your hands-on experience? Do you feel like multiplayer could fit into the way the game felt for you? Do you think there's possibility for a multiplayer element?
Yeah, I do. I do. I think there's
So-
a good chance.
so casual. Yeah.
And there's no Switch 2 online shooter. So like
Yeah.
that would be huge.
Splatoon is right there.
He said Switch 2.
Switch
He said
2.
Oh, Switch 2. Well, there's gonna
Yeah.
switch to isn't it gonna switch to
Raiders.
Like that?
Raiders. Yeah.
Raiders is
Yeah,
coming.
yeah. I'm also gonna have to jump early. So
yeah.
Cool.
You
You
good?
want to tell
It was-
everyone where they can find you?
you can find me SaiyaRan on all platforms. I talk the most trash on Twitter because it's a good time. It's a good rip snorting time. Say_ran. And then of course on YouTube, I drop videos just about daily. Vertical ones and long ones sometimes too. But that's SaiyaRan Gaming. So yeah, check me out there. It's good seeing everybody. Everyone in your chat is so nice, even though they hate me because I don't like Fire Emblem. It's fine. Get over it.
I'll get over it.
You guys get over it. All right. You have a good one.
Great
See ya.
job,
Take
John.
it easy, man.
Thanks. All right. Let me go to the next super chat. This is a question for you, Nate. Hey, Nate. Thanks again for yesterday. Y'all think Pokemon will ever end? I hope not. There's so many real world places they can base Pokemon regions on.
Ever is a long time. The world's gonna end someday. So probably someday, sure. In my lifetime, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So there's that. Also, don't be thanking me. Thank you. For those who wonder what the hell's going on, sent me a fan letter, handwritten, very emotional letter. So thank you for that letter. Don't be thanking me.
It was a restraining order.
Read it.
Old school.
I love that. That's hilarious.
It will never
You've
end,
been-
dude. There's so many forms of Pokemon.
He's been subpoenaed.
I agree. I don't think it'll ever end. Not in my not in any of our
I mean, they
lifetime.
just talked about a theme park. It's gonna be forever. It's
Yeah, we've
so
only just
huge.
begun.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds.
It's so nuts. Only just begun. Yeah, I've only been there most of my life.
I know it's wild to think that. I mean, look at Nintendo, right?
Terrible.
Nintendo, the NES, 40 years.
Half.
I feel like we're entering the golden era
Outlive us.
right now, 40 years later. The theme parks, the movies, the Switch 2.
All the stuff we wish existed when we were kids.
Exactly.
Mario
Yeah.
Kart World and DK. That's a damn good start.
Yeah. So
My kids don't know how good they got it now. God damn it.
I know.
Dude, I hate that. I wish this shit started sooner. I feel like I'm at the halfway point in life.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm already halfway
I'm
done.
still going on that DK
Hopefully.
coaster. It's happening. I'm going.
I am too at some point. Let's see. Do you think Mario Galaxy 2 will be full price on Switch 2? And of course, that's, factoring in that Mario Galaxy 2 comes out, which I believe it's going to come out.
Yeah, do they know something we don't?
I think that's why it was held back from the 3D.
If it's like a remaster or whatever, like some people have talked about, sure, it'll be full price. What are we doing? This is Nintendo. I mean, they sold Donkey Kong Country Returns HD at full price, which by the way was more expensive than it was when it first came out. So like, this is Nintendo. Yeah, that'll be full price. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. 'Cause it's Mario.
Anything Mario, yeah.
Yeah, if it was like
How
Metroid,
much was 3D All Stars when they had it out?
59.
Yeah, 60.
59, yeah, $60.
So yeah, that's the question,
so
right?
Galaxy's worth 20, but Galaxy 2 is worth 60.
because it'd be a remaster.
I think Mario versus Donkey Kong was what, 50?
49, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
a little less. Yeah.
But then Luigi's Mansion 2 HD was 60.
That's crazy.
DK was 60.
And how much was Metroid Prime?
40.
40.
Variable
sense.
pricing.
Yeah, variable pricing.
That makes no sense.
Metroid. The Metroid thing was probably because they wanted it to sell more, and they thought lowering the price would do that. But I don't know if lowering the price actually did anything for it.
Yeah.
I also think they hurt that game by doing a shadow drop. Like shadow drops are so cool, but not for a game like that. Like it needed time.
They're cool for really hyped games. Like something like you could technically shadow drop, like do a direct and be like, hey, Silk Song, guess what? It's out today. And people are like, oh crap, they've been waiting for it for so long. Obviously,
But that's also a game that was previously announced. You know what I mean? Like shadow drops are previously Metroid Prime wasn't even previously announced. It was only rumored. And then all of a sudden, here it is, announced and dropped same day. I'm like, okay, like
it's kind of tough too.
Anyone who doesn't know about the original game isn't going to suddenly care. You gotta let people care about this for a little bit. Holy shit!
You kind of split some people though. I think right out of the gate because so many people who grew up with Metroid are the old school folk like us that want to buy it physically. Yeah. And then when you say like, hey, it's dropping digitally today, it's like, oh, I want to play it now, but do I double dip? Do I wait for the physical?
Yeah, wasn't there like 2 or 3 weeks before it came out physically?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only way to shadow drop it is to do that. Otherwise, it leaks at retail.
Pikmin 1+2 did the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I expect the same to happen with Metroid Prime 2 and 3.
Let's see. Yeah, I think Galaxy 2 will be full price. It's Mario.
Full price though, but let me ask you, 59, 69, or 79? What is full price these days?
Yeah, it depends. If it's Switch 1, it's 59. Like if it's a Switch 1 game, it'll be $59.99, and then if they do a Switch 2 edition, it'll be $70.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But not 80. Certainly not.
It has to be a remaster. It can't just be like what they did with 3DS.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's see. Demonic Brawler again. Another $2 super chat. Nate, I never said it was going to be good. LMAO.
I swear, Jake Randall is going to come back on this show like when we have the Pokemon Direct, and he's going to be like, "You're fucking buying it now, aren't you?"
Now I want to. Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's see if he's contradicting himself now.
Next super chat is from the XS Show. I got a trail mix sponsor. I got $10 donated to the trail mix. Man, you guys missed it. It was a good thing I muted my mic when I was shaking that up. This shit.
We saw you
exploded.
vacuuming.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's where you got to put the extra M&Ms in because there's never enough.
Never enough. Yeah.
Never enough in that one. It's good though. It's a good trail mix.
Yeah, it is. Costco. Good deal to begin with. $2 super chat from the mustache man. Read it from the man with a mustache. Fire Emblem.
I gotta
Fire
give a
Emblem.
shout out. I gotta give a shout out to Mustache Man. This is my first ever super chat that I've ever received
Hey.
on YouTube.
Oh,
I am
wow.
Congrats.
officially monetized as of today, my friends.
Let's
right.
go.
Feels good. So
Well,
Mustache Man, huge shout out, man. This is groundbreaking. You made history, GameBird history. And yes, freaking Fire Emblem, brother.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Undertaker 610. If you take a banana from a certain NPC monkey in the mine, he yells at you saying, DK, you can't just snack on another monkey's banana. I know, dude.
That is hilarious.
That is great.
funny.
Now, when
There's
I first saw that, I was like,
shit.
what?
There's some good shit, yeah.
Yeah, that is good. Let's see. Michael Lorenz Part 2. I bet the Prime remembers the ending of
Oh hell yeah!
God damn it.
of is it Arceus?
Arceus.
Arceus? Unlike the ending of Ocarina of Time.
Boom, roasted.
Dude, ever since that podcast, it gets brought up every live stream.
I love that.
Yep.
Every live. Someone super chats it in every time to remind me.
Yeah, they have been.
It's,
I think that was my
hard to
first
believe.
podcast.
you have created a legendary moment that 10 years from now, people are going to keep bringing it up.
Hell yeah, dude.
Immortalized. It's an immortalized moment in channel history. And a bunch of people be like, "Oh, I just subscribed to you last week. What is he talking about? Don't worry about it."
Whenever I feel sad, I'm gonna remember that and think about it.
Think about how, dude, I was so sure and I was so wrong. It was great.
We got Wink Demand 07, a $4.99 super chat. Do you think new NSO features will be announced in the July Direct? This is interesting. What features? I mean, I think we'll get games, but features. What could be a new feature, guys?
Do you think we'll get like any kind of replacement for like game vouchers or anything like that, or the coins that we used to get when we bought stuff on the eShop?
I think that there might be something new that's different. But as far as NSO features, I think, hey guys, I know it's one of Prime's most wanted features on Switch too is themes.
Themes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That would be sick.
Mr. P's been wanting those themes for a long time now, as long as I can remember.
It would make sense. I don't think they add any kind of I think it's all gonna be games, all business, and then like maybe next year they start adding stuff like that.
The only thing I could see is like Mario Paint coming to Super Nintendo NSO.
Yeah,
with the mouse Joy-Con.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a new feature.
That's the
while you're at
holiday
it, give
game,
us SimCity on Super Nintendo with the mouse. That would be sick.
Dude, I want them to add it to Dragon Quest Builders too.
Yeah,
That's all I want.
Yeah, it'd be very helpful.
Campus and hospital games will be good with that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Roller Coaster
it would be.
Tycoon.
Yeah. All right, Michael Lorenz Part 2. Again, $5 super chat. Which comes first? The new 3D Mario, the Ocarina of Time remake, or a new Animal Crossing? That's a good question. That is a good question. Because it's all three of these games, I think, on our minds,
Dang.
right?
I think that's the hardest question.
That is tough.
It's tough.
I'm gonna
I've
say
been on the
Zelda.
podcast.
I'm gonna say Ocarina of Time comes first.
Oh
And
man,
then
I hope
Nick
you're
can
right.
talk about it more.
You can talk about the ending.
God,
Exactly, specifically.
specifically.
Oh, well, one of us can.
I think this is a really tough question because there's a chance all three could be next year.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Those could be the
Oh
big
my
three
gosh.
next year.
Wild.
It literally could be the big three next
That
year.
would be a wild.
But
year.
it's not saying, even if they all come in the same year, one's coming first. So which
That's
one
true.
is?
That is true.
It's a great question. It's a tough It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's so tough because, like, you know, Animal Crossing I think is holiday, but then I mean, Animal Crossing can come anytime because you know it fits with any season. So
I'm going 3D Mario, Animal Crossing, then Zelda. 3D Mario right around the movie, Animal Crossing right at summer, right when school gets out, maybe May, June.
Amazing.
Zelda November.
I'm kind of with you on that. Yeah.
Same release date as Nintendo 64 November.
Ocarina of Time remake just seems
I think
so
summer
good
is
to
a
be true.
really bad time for Animal Crossing because I feel like a lot of people that play that game don't need to play a game during summer. I mean, the last one came out in March. And obviously there was, you know, the COVID stuff going on, but it was also still kind of winter. And so it, you know, a lot of people they were cooped up mainly because of the COVID situation, looking for something to do. But in summer, that is the season when people are the least cooped up of all, which I feel like does help Animal Crossing sales. So I just think summer is a bad call. They originally wanted to release New Horizons in
spring, right?
Winter.
Spring is when it came out. They wanted the holiday game.
2019, yeah. It was the best game delay of all
They
time.
had to push it to March, but they kept it in that winter zone, which arguably it's funny how like that one decision to push it might have gotten an extra 20 million in sales because of how it lined up. Like a butterfly effect thing. But anyways.
Yeah,
so
I think a fall makes sense.
Fall? Where would
Fall
Zelda
makes sense.
fall?
I feel like Ocarina of Time, if real, is years away. It just seems too good to be true, honestly. 3D Mario, I could see that next year. Yeah, I think that's first.
With the movie, I mean, dude, easy money.
Yeah, I don't think they're thinking at all DK delaying a 3D Mario. Like,
I don't think so either.
I mean, it's proof enough. They're releasing another racing game, dude. They're releasing a Kirby racing game. Yeah,
the same year as Mario Kart World. Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Does that give us hope for F-Zero?
Yeah,
a new one. Now that we have two racing games,
probably much later.
I think the GameCube drop on NSO was it.
Yeah,
because who made F-Zero? What didn't Sega make that F-Zero? And they
Sega and
making
Amusement.
The new Sonic racing game.
They could license it out to another company.
No, I look at these three, and I think I figured it out. So for starters, I think the Ocarina of Time remake's been in the works for a while. I say this because Aonuma was teasing it all the way back in 2023. So the only reason I believe it's happening is because Aonuma's teasing it the same way he teased Link's Awakening, the same way he teased Echoes of Wisdom. Like, he's got this history of teasing games, the remakes specifically, before they happen. So I kind of feel like, and I know Echoes of Wisdom obviously wasn't a remake, guys, but he did it with Skyward Sword HD. Of course, everyone knows that one because he quite literally said it out loud at a Zelda concert. And then Nintendo had to release a statement the next day denying it, only to still do Skyward Sword. He clearly, I don't know if it was in the works at the time, but he clearly was going to make Nintendo put it in the works by putting that out there. But no, he's openly admitted that he has that he does tease things ahead of time for those games, not like the big, brand new ones. So because he was doing that all the way back in 2023, I kind of feel like it's been in the works. I know Nash Guido has rumors around it, but even setting the rumors aside, the strongest evidence is that Aonuma's mentioned it multiple times. He was even asked directly if they were making it, and he refused to answer, and he laughed. And then he was asked directly about a different Zelda remake, and he outright denied it. So in the same interview. So it's like, it's very clearly something I think they've been working on. And next year, guys, is Zelda's 40th anniversary.
Yep.
People forget that. We're all talking about the Mario movie. It's the 40th anniversary in February next year. So I think Zelda actually comes out first. Because I don't think the Mario game needs to come out around the Mario movie. First off, it's Mario. It's going to sell whenever it comes out. But we also got to remember, there's always a second win for the Mario movie. That's when it hits streaming services. So I think it could probably
on VHS.
VHS, yeah.
Can rent it.
Yeah. We let's get with the Blu-ray too. There might be a Blu-ray version. There probably will be. Anyways, I think the Mario game could come out like mid-summer, late summer. And that'll be around the time or pretty close to the time that it's hitting streaming services, especially when it goes to Netflix and becomes like the number one most watched one, just like it did this last one. It stayed number one for like 4 months because that's going to help push sales as well and drive hype for the new Mario game. And then Zelda comes sooner. I don't think it's going to come like on the 40th anniversary or anything like that. The Nintendo never really gets things out on the anniversary, but I do think it could be like a March or April kind of game. Because I do think it's been in the works for a while. I know that even Nashville, who has the rumors around it, he doesn't think it's going to come out at all next year, which is possible that it doesn't. Because look, the biggest thing about an Ocarina of Time remake is, you're talking about from the ground up. Even if it's not like a Final Fantasy VII one, which is totally different. That's like not even just a remake. It's like a sequel kind of thing. You got to play the game to really understand. So I think this is going to be more faithful, like an actual remake. Like it's going to be, if you played Ocarina of Time, it's going to be Ocarina of Time. Just don't talk about the ending. Sorry, I'm even roasting myself at this point.
And it's easy.
It's so easy every time. But no, yeah, the Ocarina of Time remake, I really do think that if it is next year, that it'll come first because of the 40th anniversary.
Oh, I knew you would copy me. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a copy of you? I didn't even know what you said. So
I said Ocarina, and then you argued that it wasn't Ocarina, only to do this. And I've been waiting for 30 minutes to hear you say that.
What? I didn't say anything about it. What are you talking about? It's my first time talking about this topic.
Yeah, I was the first one to say Ocarina was first, and then you said, "Well, I think that this," and then you said Animal Crossing. You said Mario first, and you said Animal Crossing would be summer, and then I talked about how I didn't think Animal Crossing summer.
I didn't give any listing. What are you talking about?
Did he not say that?
No, I said Animal Crossing holiday. I would say that this whole time.
No, you said summer.
No, I didn't. I think
that's why I said I didn't think it was a direct response.
I remember what was said. You said Zelda in February, new 3D Mario in the summer, Animal Crossing, presumably in the holiday spot. That is what I got from you, Nick. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck.
Does that sound correct?
I don't remember mentioning Animal Crossing.
I swear someone said
you haven't yet. It was assumed that since you went with February and summer, all that's left is fall/holiday title.
So look, the Animal Crossing thing, I've always been saying winter if it does come out because that's what the rumor was.
I heard you mention it earlier, so I'll give you that.
Like Beat 'em Up's rumor was that it would be like the one big thing and it'd be like the holiday game next year. So I was like, okay, I'll just go with that for now. Whether Beat 'em Ups is true or not, we have no idea. I guess if there's a direct, we'll find out. But yeah, I think Zelda comes out closer to the 40th anniversary, especially, and I'm just going to note this, not that Nintendo cares as much about the anniversaries as maybe us fans wish they did. The 35th anniversary, they kind of did Zelda fans dirty.
They came out with that Game & Watch thing.
Yeah, that was it. That was literally Skyward Sword HD. No, they specifically said that was not part of the 35th anniversary.
The Game & Watch is cool to be fair.
It's cool, yeah. It is.
They could have done more, but it is cool.
But it's like, okay, but look, Zelda's not big enough to get the Mario treatment every 5 years. Okay, what are we doing? So I do think that, and I know people can be like, well, the 40th anniversary, technically 40th anniversary for Mario is in September. So we're not there yet.
Wasn't Super Mario All-Stars for one of the Mario, was that Mario's 35th?
I thought the 35th or the 30th. I think it was the 35th.
35th.
Yeah, it was the 35th.
Okay. It would be cool for Zelda's 40th if they could do a collection like that, even if it was limited.
Ooh. Sure. Yeah. I have no idea. But if these three games are next year, I think Ocarina first, Mario summer, Animal Crossing for the big holiday to pair it with Pokemon.
That'd be like the best year ever.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
I think Animal Crossing first, Zelda second, Mario third. Only because I feel like Animal Crossing is great for early summer. Get it out like right before summer kicks in.
Animal Crossing is great all the time.
Yeah, it's great all the time.
Earlier,
what's that? No, it's my first time speaking earlier. No, I did mention earlier in the podcast, like way
It's
earlier,
all
that
confused.
Animal Crossing in the summer.
Trying to
But this is
figure
my
out
first
who's
time.
Have you been
No,
playing
it's my
Pokemon
first time
you
speaking
get
on
hit
this
with confusion?
question. But I think Animal Crossing, very early summer. I think Ocarina of Time, late summer, like September. In Mario, next 3D Mario as the big holiday title. I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong, I just don't think Nintendo feels that they need to line their games up with movie releases or anniversary dates.
Yeah.
I think they could do special announcements and special trailers, special detailed look on those days, and announce like new merch. Or I mean, hell, the big thing that happens for Zelda on the anniversary could be that an announcement plus we're getting a golden Switch 2 with Triforces on it and stuff like that. But I feel like as far as like the launch order, I feel like Ocarina of Time, I don't know, obviously for long-term fans, that game carries so much weight, that's so nostalgic, and means so much to a lot of people. For a lot of the newer Zelda fans, the Breath of the Wild fans and the Tears of the Kingdom fans, maybe not as much. But Mario, the big 3D Mario, I think expectations for that are going to be, especially with DK now, through the roof, because everyone, I feel like, despite what we get from Mario, the next 3D Mario, expectations are going to be that whatever DK Bananza did, 3D Mario is going to do bigger and better.
Do you think in the next 3D Mario, Donkey Kong will be featured pretty prominently?
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's possible. I don't know. That'd be cool.
I think he should be.
Yeah.
Got the Mario vs. Donkey Kong. He was in the Mario movie. Pretty.
It would be cool to have him as a boss. Do a throwback like that.
Ooh,
do an evil Donkey Kong again. Would be cool for the new Mario. Maybe Mario gets pulled into a mirror world, where things are messed up and DK is bad again in this new world. Who knows?
But I think 1985 from Back to the Future.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
It would be sick.
I just think it would be a really cool throwback to go like all the way back to DK's origins in the 3D realm.
The course in Mario Kart too, where you're like climbing up.
Yeah.
For DK. So it's like they kind of put that in there. You know what I mean? So maybe they are trying to.
Oh, and also in that tutorial for Bananza, like that, like kind of burgundy scaffolding that you see, in the mines looks like the level design from the arcade Donkey Kong games.
They actually, I don't know if you found it in the tutorial. They have the arcade cabinet of Donkey Kong.
I didn't see that. That's
they have
rad.
like just an actual one. It's like all rusted, like on its side.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
no, I didn't see that. That's really cool though.
There's something else related to his old game later, like the original.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to boot up the tutorial again just to see that cabinet, but that's exciting to hear. Yeah, I can't wait to play more of that game. But anyhow,
all right. Next super chat is from Nintendo Prime himself, Mr. P himself. $2 super chat.
Shit.
I like being number 2. He likes it when I read these.
He has a poop fetish.
Yeah.
That's what the P stands for in Mr. P. Mr. Poop.
You heard it here.
Oh God.
Poor Yulia.
I think you meant to say like taking a number 2. But who doesn't? Who doesn't like to get some weight off?
I love how he just doesn't know what it was actually about. I was trying to be. I went and super chatted on GameBird's channel so I could be the number 2 super chat.
Nice. Likely story, pal.
You know, gets the shout out. If you ain't first or last, Ricky Bobby. That's how he runs his channel.
All right, last super chat of the evening, unless someone else throws one in real quick from Rhapsid. GameBird, when is your next skit? Why not more skits? Skits.
Oh man, listen, I really appreciate the that comment. I want to do more skits soon. They take a lot of time and energy out of me. But usually the way it works, occasionally I'll try and plan one out, but most of the time it's like an idea that just hits me. And like Stick Fix was everyone was talking about Joy-Con drift, and then like I had the idea for like the really shitty infomercial with scumbag salesman, and then obviously like the merch. I don't know why, like some of the like I don't know. Long story short, my brain just needs an idea to hit, and I do have some ideas for skits, but again, they take a lot of time, a lot of energy. I mean, just the merch commercial, I must have spent, no joke, probably like 14 hours working on that, just from like brainstorming to doing the edits and all that stuff.
Great
I'm not a wizard. It takes me a long time. I make fun stuff, but it does take me a long time. Because I make a lot of mistakes too. Yeah.
Yeah. The intro.
There'll be more. There'll be more.
There's an updated intro to the pod. You guys just wait.
Dude, I just like the part where you guys are just laughing for like 30 seconds.
It's great.
How long did that take you, the intro?
Oh, dude. The intro, you know what? That was actually faster than the merch commercial that I did for the channel that we used to run as the intro. I think the intro took me I got it done in like 2 weeks.
Who's the girl? Who's the girl in the intro?
That's my wife.
Oh, I was like, who is
Mrs.
that?
GameBird, yeah. Who is featured in a bunch of the skits. I have this.
That's crazy. So what's your at?
So I had this idea for my channel, not to derail, because I really wanted to implement more skits into what I do. But it's too hard to do every video. It's just too time consuming. I work a full-time job. I've got 3 kids. So I'm very, very busy. It's hard enough just to do like a news video or a review for that matter. But I always had this idea of doing my channel kind of like a Pee-wee's Playhouse, where there's different reoccurring characters. And my wife, I first featured her in a fake Switch 2 commercial that I did before the Switch 2 reveal.
Yep.
And she was the first character. I was like, oh, I want to do like this. My channel name is a play on words. It's like the Game Boy, the GameCube. Nintendo released the Classic line with the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic. And then I was like, oh, I want to do a play on words for her. So I was thinking, oh, virtual boy, virtual girl. I could have this kind of like, do this kind of AI character who shows up randomly in videos and skits. And then I have Tom Crinkler, who's the host of the Stick Fix commercial. I used to have another one, Chip Daniels, who was like a news anchor who would do breaking stories that I did. But it ended up just being way too challenging to keep up with video to video. So now I'm trying to incorporate it where maybe once a month or once every 2 months, I do something big and special. But if I could ever make YouTube full time, I will skit it up all the time.
Dude, that's awesome. I love hearing that. That's honestly like my favorite.
It just reminded me. I got to make sure because everyone's worried about Joy-Con drift with Switch 2. I got to reshare your Stick Fix.
I'm thinking about making a Stick Fix shirt, guys. Would that be fun to do a Stick Fix shirt?
Dude,
would be fun.
I'd wear it in like half my videos.
I'd get one.
Like totally.
I get one to support you.
Nintendo Prime or Nintenbyte. Screw it. Let me throw in a Stick Fix shirt. Let's go.
We do need to get like a milk shirt for the podcast.
Oh,
with just like space and then the cup of milk.
Yeah, I can get someone to make a design for that. Yeah, that'd be sick.
One more super chat came in.
Look at that.
Skits, technical difficulties skits. That's what we're looking for.
Yep.
There we go.
Can you do a technical difficulty skit?
Sure.
Yeah, that's easy to do. Can you build off a lot of real life experiences with that?
Dude, you should have seen oh my gosh, I did a video. It was a year ago, a year and a half ago. It was before a Nintendo Direct where it was just I collabed with a few other Nintendo content creators, ones I've never spoken with in my life. and made just an incredibly unhinged skit for the intro for it, and then never heard back afterwards from those creators. I was like, that one was really weird. But
Man, that would have made me want to come back on more videos.
I know.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that's all the Q&A stuff. Thank you guys so much for all that support for the show on our channels. We obviously appreciate it. Let's go around and let people know what we got going on and where they can find us. We'll start with, I guess the people who are no longer here. SaiyaRan, you guys should go check him out. And Mr. Robot Joe as well. Links are all down in the description. Then there's two that remain. No surprise, two former hosts of the podcast. They know the deal. It's a long show. Let's start with Nintendo.
Show. This is a friggin' sleepover, dude. Yes, you can follow me everywhere at Nintentalk, covering cozy games. Hopefully we get that Animal
I have a great
Crossing
OnlyFans name for you. It rhymes with Nintentalk.
Okay. Damn it.
That's brutal during his plug too. Just completely.
Check that out.
Check out his channel for real.
Check that channel out,
dude. That's you just caused brain damage with that one.
I gotta write that down. Check me out. I got a cozy game podcast every Wednesday, all streaming platforms. The Slow Burn Podcast.
There you go.
Hell yeah!
All right, Daddy.
All right, my name's Daddy. You can't find me anywhere because I'm quitting and giving up on life.
All right, there you go.
That funny to you, Prime? That's scary and sad.
Hey, if he's laughing at it, I'm laughing at it. You know, I want to make him feel comfortable with his life choices.
Fair enough,
dude. That was really nice. Thanks.
I like the support. All right,
you can actually find me at Nintentalk. Also, check it out on YouTube.
Yep, he's probably got an appearance on the Slow Burn podcast coming soon.
Dude, thank you for making me play Fantasy Life.
Oh yeah, I put Jake on to Fantasy Life, man.
No,
I knew you liked.
Good.
Yeah, I know you like Dragon Quest Builders. I was like, yeah, this is a good fit. I was looking at the Metacritic score during the show. It got an 80. What are people doing? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. It honestly plays more like a modern Ocarina of Time with some of the Animal Crossing elements than it does like the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people see it as more of an Animal Crossing game first.
Yep. It's so good.
But it is.
You heard it right from Daddy. All right, GameBird Classic.
Thanks, Daddy. What's up, guys? GameBird Classic here. You guys know where to find me. GameBird Classic here on YouTube. You can also find me on Twitter at _Birdmaster. I got a few videos that I'm brainstorming. One that I'm hoping to film in the next day or two and have out by early next week. And you know what? Just because of that super chat, I'm going to brainstorm for a skit. I'm going to try and bring you guys a skit. Yeah. I'll cook up something fun.
All right. Look, you need anything from my end? I'll throw something in there. I have technical difficulties every day. So it's always something. Today was my wireless mics. They were just fucking with me while I'm trying to record a sponsor spot. I'm like, what is going on?
Dude, when I uploaded our merch commercial on my YouTube channel, it was like the first or second comment, I forget. Someone posted like, I haven't seen something pop up on my feed from your channel in over a year, and this is what I came back to. I was like, because I very, very rarely did skits back then. It's only been in the last 2 years, I feel like, that I've started embracing that more, because that's what I enjoy the most.
There you go.
It was just funny.
And they're all awesome. If you guys go check out the channel, you can very clearly see which ones are skits when you go to his channel. That said, go check out GameBird Classic. Let's get him to 2,000 subscribers.
Dude,
seriously, he's not that far off. He's not that far off. Let's get him there. Like literally right now. All you guys go subscribe right now that are watching on my channel. He'll be there tonight. ThunderStash.
You can find me on YouTube at ThunderStash Gaming. This is what I got coming up. Let's see. Friday, I have a video scheduled for a new controller that I reviewed. That's going live Friday at 1:15. And then DK review, Shadow Labyrinth impressions, Mario Party Jamboree TV impressions. We'll be playing Mario Party this weekend, Michaela and I.
Real quick, Stash, are you thumbs up or thumbs down on Shadow Labyrinth?
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, okay.
I bought it. I had it pre-ordered. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up DK because I got to get that review out within 2 weeks of release date. And then Shadow Labyrinth.
Got it.
So I should have DK. I got all the videos done that I needed to get done that are like kind of promotional videos. That's all done now. That's all wrapped up today. It's scheduled. So tomorrow, first thing when I wake up, DK. I'm probably going to go, I don't know, 10 or 12 hours.
There you go.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Nice.
Should have a beat soon.
Nice. Guys, you know what's up? I'm Nintendo Prime. You know the deal. News every day. Usually Q&A live stream or something at night. We have some good fun. My channel is definitely for adults. If you're a kid, I mean, you can subscribe too, but your parents should probably watch what you're watching because you shouldn't be subscribed to me. That said, what I really want you guys to do, I don't really care so much about my channel or talking about like we have a clips channel as well if you guys want to check that out. But I really want to promote our audio version. All right, guys. I'm even staying up extra late tonight. I'm going to start getting the audio version up the same day, or at least the same within minutes of when the live show ends. I'd love for you guys to go check it out, put some reviews in, try to get us rising up the charts on the audio end, because we get good views on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, all of that. And apparently, I kept Eric in my sock drawer tonight. It's probably true. I mean, I don't know where the guy's at. I mean, I know what he was doing. He was working out in Green Bay, which is a long way from here. I told him, if you're spending the night, hanging out with Favre. He's down in Mississippi. But anyways, yeah. So I'd like you guys to go check out the audio version and give us. By the way, I'm not asking for 5 stars here. Give us honest reviews. If you think the show is a piece of shit, then give it a 0, give it a 1, whatever. Make sure you
maybe give it 5, even if you think it's a piece of shit.
Well, I mean that would be appreciated, but it's okay. Yeah, because it turns out that like the more reviews we get on like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, the more they push the show. So I really appreciate it if you guys would go do that. I never ask for it, so I'm like, you know what? All these other podcasts do, so why am I not asking? Probably say it at the beginning of the show, to be honest, but whatever. I'll try to remember next week.
Yeah, let's remember.
Yeah, seriously, it's important to push that audio version because it's kind of plateaued with its growth. And it's like I can go more than that. We just don't ever push it. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back same time next week. Bye, everyone.
Peace.